Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a health insurance alternative at half the cost. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
My name is Jessa. One of the things I love the most about working for United Healthcare is that everybody matters. Every moment matters. There's a person behind every problem. I care because it's what I was put on this earth to do.
I'm Ben, and I work at United Healthcare. I am just one piece of a larger puzzle, but every piece matters. It's more than just work. We want to make the healthcare system better for everyone. I care because I want to make a difference. That's what committed to care means to me.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, who doesn't like getting some sound sleep? You know, catching a few Z's, enjoying a nap, all that kind of good stuff, get some shut-eye. Well, that being said, never a great idea to catch a quick nap, say, behind the wheel. A guy in Texas, he crashed his truck into a church after falling asleep behind the wheel. Luckily, no one was in the church. He was the only guy that was injured, and even then, not that bad. Guy in Pennsylvania, he crashed his car into a traffic pole when he fell asleep behind driving. And look, you could repeat that story a million times because it happens every day, and it never ends well. Now, on the other hand, sometimes falling asleep or passing out has an unexpectedly good outcome. A woman visiting Rome fell asleep on a stranger's lap. Now they are dating. Not to be outdone, a stranger stumbled into a woman's apartment, 2 o'clock in the morning, passed out on her couch. That was a couple of years ago. Now they're engaged to be married. And that is a very odd way to meet someone, but look, it worked. But look, sometimes you fall asleep and you find yourself abandoned. A guy in Oregon, he fell asleep in a movie theater, only to wake up and find out that he was locked inside. He couldn't even set off the emergency alarm. He ended up having to call the police to let his ass out. And in Connecticut, a kid was left on an empty school bus when he fell asleep under a seat. So the driver didn't see him, pulled him to the parking lot, and, well, that's where they found the kid hours later. But look, in a perfect world, we'd all just fall asleep in our own bed, but the world ain't perfect. And sometimes, whether you want to or not, you fall asleep in the wrong place or at the wrong time. Or sometimes you do fall asleep in your bed and you wake up to, I don't know, a bear that broke into your house. Or as one woman had in California, you wake up to a stranger sucking on your toes. But today, we're talking about sleep. So today's question, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration, is, what does sleeping have to do with the story?
Be a part of the big show. Call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com. And I'll watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a health insurance alternative at half the cost. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
My name is Jessa. One of the things I love the most about working for United Healthcare is that everybody matters. Every moment matters. There's a person behind every problem. I care because it's what I was put on this earth to do.
I'm Ben, and I work at United Healthcare. I am just one piece of a larger puzzle, but every piece matters. It's more than just work. We want to make the healthcare system better for everyone. I care because I want to make a difference. That's what committed to care means to me.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what stinks? Plumbing problems. You know what doesn't stink? Ted Smith saving you $100 when things get backed up. What can I say? I'm a solutions guy. Right now, my friends at Pinky's Plumbing are offering big savings when you mention my name. You don't need a miracle to fix your plumbing problems. You just need 3 magical words. The Ted Smith. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
When your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's.
You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All the Charles, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4533. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. The exciting return of Who Sucks Less. Steve, I don't know how you do it. You find people doing messed up things in the news.
Yeah.
Bring us 3 stories every week. It is up to us to determine out of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Is there a theme to Who Sucks Less today?
No, there's no real theme. It's just, we have a story about a guy who's naked, but oddly enough, being naked is not really the worst thing he did. He just happened to be at the moment. Okay. We have a tutorial on where lawnmowers should and should not be used. And then finally, we have a tutorial on exercise a little patience.
Okay.
Or get arrested.
Who Sucks Less is coming up at 4:30. Very special announcement right now for you.
Oh, yeah.
If you are a golfer and you wanted to get involved in the Miles Montgomery Golf Classic presented by Pinky's Plumbing, we have a way for you to get in there, okay? Here's what we are going to do. If you think that you can stump our own the Ted Smith in a little Ted versus the FCC, we will give you a double spot, a twosome for the tournament on Monday, June the 8th up at Redmond Ridge.
But
now,
you have to stump him, right?
You have to stump him. He has to lose. So if you submit a Ted versus the FCC, we're not going to just do this on Friday. We'll do the regular Ted versus the FCC.
Correct.
All right. But at the end of TV Time with Ted, as we get these submissions, we're going to give a Ted a chance to either make you or break you.
That's it.
So the harder it is, the more chances you have to get into the tournament.
Your fate's in my mouth.
That's right. We set aside
a horrible statement.
We set aside a we set aside a couple of these, okay?
We got what, 2 pair?
I believe we have 2.
Okay.
We have 2 pairs. Well, 2 chances. So 4 golfers total.
Okay.
So if you win in Ted versus the FCC, you beat Ted. You and your buddy are in on the tournament.
All right.
But we have 2 of those opportunities.
Okay.
So 4 golfers altogether can get in on this if you come up with a rhyme, a tongue twister in Ted versus the FCC. Now, look, we're going to give Ted a shot at all of them if we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, for an example, if we get 2 submissions today, all right, we'll probably do it twice.
Yeah, why not? I mean, just do it as they come, right? Whenever they show up, let's just do it.
If you stump Ted, if he messes up, you are in the tournament. It is just that easy. And that is a hell of a deal, by the way. So each day about 5:40, all right? We are going to read your submissions. So get busy there on your writing skills. See if you can come up with a tongue twister. Now, we do get a lot of listener submitted Ted versus the FCC submissions, obviously. We read them every week on the air.
Yep.
Now, we also get a lot that are a tongue twister that does not allow for Ted to openly cuss or say a word that we can't say on the air.
Right.
They're good tongue twisters. There's no dirty word. There's no reason for Ted to be dumped.
It's called versus the FCC. Like, Ted needs to be in danger of owing $375,000.
Right.
Which I know you have bankrolled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on. That's half a year.
Like, what's the one about selling seashells by the seashore?
She sells seashells on the seashore.
Correct. That is a tongue twister. There's no way that Steve could have cussed there.
No.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
I mean, if I do, I have real problems.
Right.
F-bomb.
So there's no slip in that.
Right.
Mother.
Right.
Yeah, so,
she sells mother effing.
Right. So think about that when you're writing it. Come up with the words.
This C.
Yeah.
Different kind of seashell. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you just got to come up with a word that is somewhat close to the word you're trying to get him to trip up on.
Sure.
All right. So if you're in the woods and you see a funky buck, all right.
I was thinking funky truck. We're tracking.
Yeah, that gives you the opportunity to twist Ted up.
Yeah.
All right. So submit your Ted versus the FCC. Send us an email to the men's room at KISW.com. All right. And as soon as these start to roll in, it's a twosome. You get to join us for the golf classic. All right. So we're going to do that. So get busy, get your thinking caps on, and come up with your best Ted versus the FCC.
And then golf with us.
Yeah. Basically, that's all we need. We just need your entry. And at 5:40 again, at the end of TV Time with Ted, we will give Ted a shot to see if you can beat him on the air.
Because, again, your fate is in his mouth.
And again, if you stump Ted, you will win a double spot at the Golf Classic. And we'll keep selecting one winner each day until 2 people have stumped Ted. So that's how we're doing that, okay? All right, so today on The Question, we're going to talk about sleeping and how sleeping has to do with the story. Sometimes it involves you. Sometimes it involves someone else. Family member, either way, whatever the incident is, it has interrupted your sleep, or maybe it's just a part of the story as far as why sleeping was relevant to the situation.
Yeah, my wife just texted me, blah, blah, blah. She says, this topic is right up your alley. Your list is long.
As far as falling asleep.
I guess.
Well, you've been known to fall asleep at a couple bars.
Yeah, done that before.
We've had to leave.
Sure.
But it's not like you're narcoleptic. I've only seen you fall asleep in weird spots if there's a couple beverages involved.
Yeah, generally beverages are involved.
Right.
Most of my, boy, you shouldn't have slept there, involved beverages, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Right.
Which also, I mean, honest, isn't the worst thing.
No. Look, if you get
I think my wife probably feels different, but I agree with you that it's not the worst thing.
Yeah.
It's better than walking back into a bar and like, you were on fire last night.
I've had that too, yes.
Nothing wrong with sleeping on a plane. That's a perfectly normal place to sleep.
Sure.
Unless you wake up on the guy beside your shoulder.
I did that on a bus once, man. It was, I was in high school. I was tired, did not realize how tired I was. It was after school, going home. I fell asleep, and there's a very, very large, very grandmotherly black lady sitting next to me, and she had monster boobs, all right, which is neither here
Like
nor
the kind
there.
that sit in their lap.
No, hers are like torpedoes.
Oh, they were?
Right, yeah, they
Oh,
were
really?
just like straight
Oh, good
out,
for her.
like 60s Playboy, right?
Nice.
And, but she was real sweet.
60s Playboy.
Yeah, and, but I
One
fell
of
asleep.
those.
And I woke up, and I realized when I woke up that I had kind of fallen onto her left boob because I'm sitting to her left, all right? And so I lifted my head, and I said, oh, my God, I'm sorry. And she said, it's fine, baby. Obviously, you were tired. But as I lifted my head off of her ginormous breast, there was a massive drool stain where obviously I was sleeping with my mouth hanging open. And I don't think she noticed, but I mean, that drool stain, it was clear as day. And I remember she was wearing a yellow shirt. Because I just remember that drool, and I felt so bad. So bad. Because she was nice, and I'm sure she discovered the drool stain after the fact. That's gross.
Sure.
Like, I've had people fall asleep on me, but I've never had anyone drool on me.
Okay.
I told you I had a flight, and the kid next to me, right? And he fell asleep on my shoulder, which I didn't care. I was watching a rom-com. But he was literally flying to Maryland to go. He was about to enroll in the Naval Academy.
Okay.
So he was completely embarrassed. Like, his parents were on the aisle next to me, and they're like, sorry. I was like, I don't care. But when he woke up, I mean, you could tell he was really embarrassed. Like, I'm really sorry. I was
he was what, like 18?
He's like 18. Like, he's going to go join the military. I was like, don't sweat it. You're just doing my American duty.
Yeah.
You know what? A soldier needs to sleep on the shoulder. You go ahead. Or a sailor.
fairly common in one house that I lived in that the screen door was the only door that was closed.
Right.
So the main door was always open. You could see in to the hallway, into the living room, and everything else. That door was also always open. It was just, we did not lock the door. There was 7 people that lived there.
Right.
It was just that simple. I think it was Brett or Craig, my roommate. One of the two had an early class. They wake up first. This is like a Tuesday or a Wednesday morning. All right. He goes into the living room, and there are 2 people asleep on our couch.
That you don't know.
No, 2 dudes. All
Okay.
right? One's got his head facing one way. The other one, the other. Their legs are interlocked. They're asleep on the couch, and I cannot remember what they told Brett or Craig or whoever, but they thought that they were in a different house, or they thought that maybe the people who lived there the year before were still there.
All right.
Or we live very close to a strip of bars that were about 15 bars within 3 blocks.
And this only happened the one time.
And we were 1 block off of that in the neighborhood. And that section of town, Sunnyside, was legendary.
All right.
On Monday nights, there were, it was $2.
That's the cheap night.
$2 iced teas. I mean, you named it. When you went down there, you threw down. There was one place that did 50-cent beers and 50-cent hot dogs. I mean, when people got messed up in that neighborhood, it was 18, 19-year-old kids.
Yeah.
We were throwing, and those were the bars.
$2 Long Island iced teas.
$2.
Jeez.
On Monday night.
Man, that.
We went every Monday night.
Yeah, I would have too. I'm just saying, that is a potent drink for $2.
For $8, you walked out of there, S-faced. So a lot of people did that, but he did not. The guy did not know Brett or Craig or whoever it was. He didn't know the other 2 guys, and they were like, "Man, sorry, man. We just, I don't know. They didn't know how they got there.
Of course not.
But it was one of those situations.
Jesus. Leon and I did that. It wasn't someone's house. It was a bar in town down Baltimore, and it was upstairs from the street, Old Row Home, very close to the block, which is the strip club area, but it wasn't a strip club. Anyway, but they had a 10-cent beer night. Same kind of thing. I think we rolled in with $2 each, and we used all our money. I do not know how the night ended, but I remember waking up, and I'm in a lot of pain because it turns out we were both sleeping in a stairwell, but we are locked inside of this bar. So they had, you walked up the main stairway to get there, and then they had a back stairway out kind of thing. So somehow, and that's an employee-only area. Somehow, we got into the employee-only area. Neither of us working there. Got into the back stairwell, and then both of us, man. So, I mean, because I was like, where are we when we woke up? And Leon's like, look, man, I walked up those stairs. I think we're in the bar we were in last night. I'm like, the hell are we doing here? He's like, well, obviously we passed out. Do you feel like S? I'm like, I do. He's like, okay. We understand.
Could you go to the bar and get a drink with nobody there?
We actually debated it, but I'm dead honest, man. We were so hungover and still kind of drunk like that. That's the last thing.
Okay.
You just want to get home.
It took us a hot minute. We basically had to break the lock from the inside to get out this little side door. And we realized, okay, the sun is out. We have no idea what time it is. Walked home. Took about 20 minutes to get home. It was about 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And then we went to work.
This story ends a little bit better. At 2 a.m., a woman named Jenna stood in her apartment staring at a half-dressed stranger asleep on her couch. His phone was still blasting music beside him.
Oh, nice.
She had never seen him before, yet somehow he had let himself in, undressed, made himself at home. Years later, she turned that surreal moment into a viral TikTok that reads, in your 20s, a stranger will accidentally stumble into your apartment at 2 a.m., then promptly fall asleep. I remember the night I met T pretty vividly, she said. It's very important that you give that man your number, is exactly how she met her fiance. Back then, Jenna and her roommates had spent the day at a Friendsgiving celebration before returning to their downtown Phoenix high-rise and accidentally falling asleep without locking the door. Now, when she first peeked out of her bedroom without glasses or contacts, she assumed the man in the living room must have belonged there. Once she put her glasses on, the truth sharpened into focus. There was a very tall stranger in only his underwear passed out on their couch. Still trying to rationalize this, Jenna even called out, turn that music off, using her roommate's boyfriend's name, Tyler, before realizing she had no idea that it was not Tyler. She woke her roommate, and together they cycled through the same confusing logic that must be, it's got to be someone's friend we know. They shook him, let her friendly dog jump on him, even tried a spray bottle, until Jenna remembers blurting out, but wait, he's kind of cute. Just as they debated calling the authorities. Now, the woman lived in a secure building requiring keys and fobs, something Jenna says gave them a false sense of security and safety that night. Convinced he likely belonged somewhere in the building, they listened in the hallway, traced voices upstairs, and decided to return the stranger to whoever was missing him. Now, at the apartment directly above theirs, a man opened the door holding a giant bag of McDonald's, clearly inebriated, and Jenna asked, "Are you by chance missing a friend?" His stunned response, "Oh my God, T," revealed the mystery man was T, who had gotten separated from friends on the walk home. Now, with apartments that had the exact same layout, even the furniture, Jenna says they finally understood how T wandered into the wrong door and collapsed on the couch. His mortified friends woke him, gathered his clothes, and towed him home, leaving Jenna and her roommate in the kitchen, vowing never to forget to lock the door again. Just so you know the end of the story, those two people are now engaged.
Think about that. How'd you guys meet? I got pissed drunk and passed out on her couch because I was in the wrong place. That's actually a great story, I think.
It really is. He's kind of cute.
I like
So,
that.
but that's not. If he's ugly, you're calling the
call the
cops.
cops.
You know, it's like the
Absolutely.
It's like the Tom Brady skit when he hosted SNL many years ago.
What was that?
Basically, he could get away with sexually harassing any woman in the workplace.
Oh, right.
And they thought it was very flirtatious.
Yeah,
Where
he's
where
flirting.
There's another guy, and he's basically laying down the same lines, and they send his ass to HR.
He's creepy.
Exactly. Yeah, so exactly. The reason that he didn't get the cops called on him, because he's a good-looking dude, which is weird. I don't think I've ever had that privilege before to understand
I don't think it is. I mean, it's just the way it is, right?
It is.
Right? Like, good-looking guys, like, you look beautiful today. It's like, oh, thanks. I say it, I'm going to HR.
Yeah. There's a hot girl asleep on your couch. You don't know who she is, but she's got a knife in her hand. And you'd be like,
Yeah, but she's kind of cute.
I need to get that knife out of her hand.
I would disarm her. Just
Disarm
for
her.
safety.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
First.
Yeah.
And then gently awake her.
See, they said Britney Spears, I guess earlier this week or late last week, she was having what they believed to be an episode at a restaurant. And at one point, so she was like barking like a dog, all this other stuff. Her publicist said she was telling a story to her friends about her dog. That's why she was barking. But because it's Britney Spears, you don't know. But other patrons said, we got nervous because she got her from the table and she was carrying a knife. And they said, we've never been to a restaurant where you bring your cutlery
Right.
with
And her
you.
handler said, she was just trying to cut her hamburger in half.
Why was she walking through the restaurant?
Typically, if they give you a knife for your hamburger,
I mean,
it's a
she's been
steak
on a
knife.
hot streak posting crazy dancing videos again.
Right, but we let it slide because she looks like that.
Do you still debate favoring them so that people won't see that you're the first?
I debated in my head, but I do it.
Okay, all right. Our question, what does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a health insurance alternative at half the cost. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
My name is Jessa. One of the things I love the most about working for United Healthcare is that everybody matters. Every moment matters. There's a person behind every problem. I care because it's what I was put on this earth to do.
I'm Ben, and I work at United Healthcare. I am just one piece of a larger puzzle, but every piece matters. It's more than just work. We want to make the healthcare system better for everyone. I care because I want to make a difference. That's what committed to care means to me.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what stinks? Plumbing problems. You know what doesn't stink? Ted Smith saving you $100 when things get backed up. What can I say? I'm a solutions guy. Right now, my friends at Pinky's Plumbing are offering big savings when you mention my name. You don't need a miracle to fix your plumbing problems. You just need 3 magical words. The Ted Smith. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
When your mama backs up and things get stinky, call Pinkies.
If you're an experienced pet owner, you already know that having a pet is 25% belly rubs, 25% yelling, drop it, and 50% groaning at the bill from every pet visit. Which is why Lemonade Pet Insurance is tailor-made for your pet and can save you up to 90% on vet bills. It can help cover checkups, emergencies, diagnostics, basically all the stuff that makes your bank account get nervous. Claims are filed super easily through the Lemonade app and half get settled instantly. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet and they'll help cover the vet bill for whatever your pet swallowed after you yelled, drop it.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
This is almost understandable. An Oregon man who decided to take in a late movie after a few drinks ended up falling asleep and getting locked inside of the movie theater. Justin Hallward said he decided to take in a late show at the Cornelius 9 Cinema after having a few drinks at a nearby bar. He believes he fell asleep about 20 minutes into the film. Damn. Ended up passing out, he said. He awoke at 1 a.m. to discover that the movie had ended. The theater was closed, and he was alone in the building. Really hit me once I came outside in the lobby and saw no one there. I called for anybody. No one was there, and I was like, oh, man. He said he waited about 20 minutes for police after triggering the building's burglary alarm and tried the police non-emergency line when it seemed no one was coming. He said he was unable to reach police on the non-emergency line, so he ended up calling 911. I ended up getting a hold of them. I told them it's not an emergency. I'm just stuck in a movie theater. I passed out during the movie, and, well, I need some help. He said that police arrived and were able to direct him to an emergency exit after being unable to reach a theater manager. They looked dumbfounded, really, he said to the cops. Like, how did the staff not even see you? Police told him he would not be arrested. They were very nice. They told me as long as the cameras go along with my story, I will be fine. And Washington County Sheriff's Office did confirm no crime had been committed.
They fell asleep, man.
I'm going to tell my kids about this. It's definitely been weird, he said.
I think I would have gotten in trouble as I just would have drank some free Sprite.
I mean, I would have, too, at that point. But look, you know what I would do? I would not make it free. I'd leave like a 10 on the counter. Like, yes, I'm using your soda machine, but I love some money.
But doesn't it seem like all of those movie theaters, every one of them, down near the screen, typically, either on the right or the left-hand side?
Yeah, they have the exit.
That's one of those emergency doors. Yes, if you push it, the alarm will sound. But if you needed to get out, like, look, I'm leaving the cinema right now. I want to let you guys know.
Yeah.
The alarm's going to go off. I fell asleep in the movie theater.
I'm sure he tried, man. Maybe when they lock it up for the night.
Maybe that's what he was worried
done.
about, was setting off the alarm.
I don't know.
Right, so the cops don't show up and assume that you tried to rob them.
But I know back in the day, I feel like you used to be able to leave through those doors, too.
Yeah.
I've definitely walked out of a movie theater and just like, oh, we're on the other side of the building.
Exactly. You're actually outside. Usually, yes.
Yeah, because there's no door handle on the outside of the building.
That is correct.
It's just a metal door. What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Bob. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Happy hump day to you.
Hell yeah. So what does sleep have to do with the story?
I guess I'll have to start out with this. So I'm a snowcat operator, and after a few years, when you start getting used to the machine in certain conditions, when tracks kind of get this harmonic kind of thrum to them, you can actually like fall asleep. Mostly it's on when you're doing like mundane patterns, you know, we're just up and down and so forth. But
you're saying you're driving a snowcat, but the sound of the treads, once you get used to that, it kind of lulls you to sleep?
In certain conditions, yeah, it just gets this harmonic thrum to them, you know. And then so, like I say, it's mostly when you're doing up and down patterns, like we call it like mowing the lawn. But, yeah, so it's like after a few years when you start getting used to the machine and comfortable with it, you know, And so you'll just kind of nod off, and you'll wake up, and you're like, all right. Look around, where am I? Okay. Everything's cool. I didn't run into any buildings. You look back at your path, and you're like, okay, I'm on my path.
Wow.
All right.
Well, at least you didn't crash into like a chairlift or a tree or.
That's exactly what I'm getting at, so it's kind of funny. I've known some guys that have fallen asleep and like actually kind of weave through towers without knowing it and end up next to buildings and things of that nature.
So this is a fairly common thing amongst people that do what you do.
Well, like I say, after you do it for a few years, and in certain conditions, and like I say, mostly it's on mundane patterns, and you just kind of get in that rhythm, and it's just one of those things. Almost, I guess you could say it's almost like driving a truck. You know how truckers just get into that pattern. But the thing about it is, with a snowcat, you got both your hands are busy all the time. Either one's with directional controls, or the other is with a joystick, which controls your blade functions and your tiller functions and so forth. So your hands are always busy. So it's kind of funny when you get, like I say, it's mostly on mundane patterns when you end up.
And the fact that you smoked weed before you did this job.
Well, no, it's not that. It's another part of it is that graveyard shift. So your body is not designed to be awake, during those periods of time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right, because you got to do it early or after everybody's off the mountain, right?
Yeah, correct.
I will say, though, I've been, back in the day when I would snowboard, I think it was like a Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was coming down a run, and that snowcat had just gone down.
All right.
It was so smooth.
Oh, yeah?
It's making your turns and that nice, it's all flat.
But I get it, man. It's nighttime. You got the lights on.
You ever fall asleep doing the overnight shift on radio? I've gotten close, but I never actually felt. I would because you're working typically it's midnight to 6 a.m.
You know what?
You got to be on the air, and I mean there's just some days, and it's not because you were drinking or anything. It's just it's 4:30 in the morning. And you feel your eyes getting heavy, so it's like I don't know. You start walking up and down the hall, or what I would do is I'd put on Metallica. I'm not on a station that plays Metallica, so I didn't play it over the air, but you can play different stuff through the speak. So I would blast that just to frickin' stay awake.
When that's one snowstorm, because I was there for 15 hours or something.
Yeah.
So I would definitely take a nap underneath the board, but I would set an alarm so I could still hit the top of the hour ID.
Yeah, that's all you got to do,
My thing was, at the time, that trucker speed was legal.
Oh, yeah.
The little white crosses.
Those things are great.
And I'd pick them up at the local convenience store.
Yeah,
and I'd have a couple bottles of those, and I'd take a couple before I went on the air. Then 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd take a couple more, and whatever. That stuff kept me alive.
Now, to be fair, we used to pop those things even when we were working day shift.
Yeah.
I mean, just
because we come in hungover.
I like the rut. Well, yeah, that had a lot to do. It had nothing to do with it. We just needed an excuse to pop them because it gave us a nice rush.
But I lived off those in the overnight.
Yeah.
I really did.
You got to do something.
I mean, because look, you can't leave to eat. So they're also an appetite suppressant. So that kept you from being hungry all night.
Yeah.
When you got off the air, you could go find a place that was open.
Right,
to get some food. But during that, unless you were one of those people who prepared before you went to work and brought food in. Which,
come on.
I never did
I couldn't
that.
afford to bring food in.
Exactly.
Well, and you were just doing that version of it, but there was a lot of people that liked all the supplements that had it in there.
Oh, yeah.
That was doing the same thing.
Yeah, but they're at the gym being productive.
Right.
What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Marilyn. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So my husband and I moved into a new house, and our new house was 3 stories with a basement, and it was the day before Christmas. So we had a family over. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law were in the basement. We were on the top floor, so it's 3 floors. We have cement floors, no ductwork. All the floors are covered with hardwoods or carpet. All the doors were closed. The next morning, it was Christmas, and they said, "How do you sleep through that racket?" And I just looked at my husband and said, "I told you so." He said, because he had sworn up, down, and sideways that he did not snore. He said, I was like, "Yes, you do." They're like, "How do you sleep through that?" And I was like, "Well, I don't." So he finally was convinced to go have a sleep study, and he stops breathing every 39 seconds.
Jesus.
Wow.
That's how bad he snores.
Okay.
What about now that he's done the sleep study? CPAP and all that?
Oh, he's had a CPAP for 26 years now, and now he can't sleep without it. So yes, we all can sleep now.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, they're great.
You never got used to it, like it just kept you awake?
If I went to sleep before him, I could sleep through it because I could sleep through anything. But if I went to sleep after him, I couldn't go to sleep. I slept with music. I listen to you guys every day. I grew up sleeping between the washing machine and the furnace, so I was fine with noise. But for whatever that was, I could not sleep.
Were you like Harry Potter living under the stairs? What do you mean you slept between the washing machine and the furnace?
So the way our house was where I grew up, I slept in the basement, and the furnace was on one side of my bedroom, and the washing machine was on the other.
Okay.
So I slept between them.
What's up with you guys in basement living?
Well, I don't know what my sister and brother-in-law were doing in the basement, but
yes, you did.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it.
You know exactly what they're doing in the basement. You know, it's weird. You do get used to certain sounds. We when we first moved to Baltimore, the house my parents bought, we didn't realize it when we first bought it, but Penn Station, the main train station there, was 8 or 9 blocks away from the house, and the train tunnel went directly under our neighborhood, pretty much directly under the house. And it took about a week before you get used to it, because I'd never had that experience before, and because you don't see the train tracks, I'd wake up like at 3 in the morning and just start blowing the horn in the tunnel, man, and going to my parents' room like, look, I'm not saying the house is haunted, but like I'm hearing the train horn and there's no train to be seen. So my parents are like, okay, we thought maybe we were crazy because we're thinking the same thing. Then we kind of pieced it together. Oh, all right, the train station's there. There's a tunnel. After we came to that realization, we slept through it and completely forgot that it happened. But every time someone came to visit, you know, we never warned them because it was never top of mind for us. But, I mean, the first morning anyone stayed with us, they always had bags under their eyes and looked irritated. We're like, what is wrong? They're like, you guys don't hear the train? We're like, oh, God, yeah, sorry, man, there's a train. And it's like every 30 minutes, but you just don't hear it anymore.
What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Logan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Yeah, so one night, I guess like 2 or 3 in the morning, I had a third-person view of myself. Like, I don't even know how it was possible. A third-person view of myself, like real time, dead sprint into my closet. And then I woke up on my floor with a bloody nose. It lasted for about an hour and a half.
Wait, you were doing what in your closet? Dancing?
No. I had a third-person view of myself dead sprint into my closet at like 3 in the morning. I have no idea how it even happened.
Were you on some kind of sleeping medication?
I was not, no.
Okay. All right, because sometimes people get weirded out over that crap.
Yeah. Do you normally sleepwalk, or is that kind of a one and done?
It happens on and off.
Okay. All right.
Is there any trigger for it? Like when you go back and think about the nights that you slept walk, is there any common thing you had done before you went to bed that night?
Probably not.
Okay. Huh. All right. Well, my kids were little. I used to sleepwalk. And my kids were little. I would wear shorts to bed because they would end up in my bed.
Same thing for me.
2, 3 years old. And next thing you know, you got a kid crawling up in your bed.
Yep.
So I'd sleep with shorts on. And one morning, I woke up because it was raining on me, and I didn't wear a shirt.
Yeah.
But I was in my front lawn, and this was probably it was not summer. It was fall or early spring or whatever the deal is, because it started to rain, and I'm sitting there, and I was like, man, that feels good. You know, like this is all right, you know. And then I'm like, I'm getting rained on. Right. And I looked around, and my front door is wide open. Yeah. I am sitting out in the middle of my yard. I have no idea how I got there. I just casually got up, you know, walked back into the bedroom, sat there for a minute. I was having a hard time getting back to sleep. Woke up in the morning, told my wife, I was like, guess where I woke up last night? She's like, where? I was like, in the middle of the front yard. And she's like, why were you in the middle of the front yard? I'm like, I have no idea. Do you remember any of this? And she's like, no, I was asleep. And I was like, so was I. Right. So was I.
I wonder how creepy your neighbors thought you were. You know, if I looked out my window and my neighbor is sitting in their underwear in the front yard, I'd be like, man, look, baby, do not go outside. Brother is weird. You know what I mean? Just because I would not think
this was a very family neighborhood, too.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, there wasn't a house in that neighborhood where there weren't kids. So it was, you know.
Was it still the middle of the night when you woke up?
I don't even remember what time it was.
I mean, if it's early enough, people probably didn't look out their window and see them.
I'm just saying, if I saw that,
but these were big drops of rain. This was not like a mist. This was like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh, that feels so good. where am I? And I'm like, I am in the front frickin' yard. Jesus, man.
Is that when you found out that you sleepwalk, or did you already know that you slept walk?
I knew that I used to do that because I would wake up and there would be remnants of things that I had made in the kitchen,
right?
That I did not remember. Eating.
That's so weird.
Or making. You know, and it wasn't just like I go and make it. I would make a grilled cheese. I would
That's
cook.
what I'm saying.
I would cook.
It's crazy to me that you can basically be unconscious, but your brain will still control your body to do something functional.
I had an entire bag of peanuts with shells.
And you shelled them?
So
and
I
ate them?
shelled the entire bag. Shells were all over the top of the counter.
Peanuts?
I ate every peanut in a bag of shelled peanuts, which means, I cracked them all.
You cracked them? Yeah.
That's insane.
The shells are everywhere.
It is insane, man.
Until I looked at the Nutter Butter, I laid down. I'm like, oh my God, I did eat that entire bag of peanuts.
Sleepwalking's weird, man. We did not know that my uncle sleptwalked. He informed us kind of after the fact, but he slept in my brother's room. I had bunk beds, so my brother is in my room. And we wake up just to the sound of crashing. It's coming out of his room. And when we open, my dad comes flying down the stairs and all this. But when we open the door, my uncle, so my brother, he had, back when you had components for your stereo. So he had a stereo, he had his vinyl, and some other crap on kind of a wall shelf. But the shelf is now laying on the floor. Everything that was on the shelf, including his stereo and his records, they're all smashed up at the foot of his bed, right? And we're like, what the... And my uncle's standing there in his tighty-whities, right? And we're just like, what the hell happened? And it's my father's brother. So my father starts laying into him. Long story short, we found out he is a sleepwalker. On this occasion, because as my father said, you could have effing told us that, right? Because I got kids here, man. This is weird. So,
but I don't think you know.
You don't
until
know.
someone has to point it out to you.
But
Somebody
someone
snaps you
had
out of it.
pointed it out because he knew. Well, my father was like, "What in the F are you doing?" Because they look like a rock star trash in a hotel room, and he's like, "Well, I sleepwalk, Robert," and that is how this guy speaks. Anyway, he's a sleepwalker, and on this occasion, he had a dream that someone was attacking either my mother or my brother. It wasn't me or my dad, but he had a dream that someone was attacking one of them. And he grabbed the shelf because in his mind, the shelf was the neck of the attacker. So he's trying to kill this guy, started throttling this dude. And instead of throwing the man to the ground, he tipped over the entire shelf.
Did it completely blow up your brother's stereo?
The two of the components were gone. The turntable itself survived, which to me I thought would be the most fragile, and a couple of his records broke. Most of them survived, but it was just a mess. And my brother, again, rarely does he get outwardly upset. I mean, honest to God, maybe 3 times in my life have I seen him outwardly upset. This was one of them. He's just staring. As a teen, probably like 14, 15. Music is everything to
How'd
you,
you
man.
laugh? You don't have a TV in your bedroom.
No, we did not.
Yeah.
That's everything. And it's just sitting on the floor. And again, this is like 3 a.m, so there's kind of nothing we're going to do about it in the moment. Everyone goes back to bed. Well, I went back to bed. I think my brother just laid there awake, stewing. But the next morning when we get up, he's just in his room looking so sad, putting the shelf back up and looking at his stereo and checking which records are broken, man. And you get the occasional, oh, man. And it's like, all right, that's an album he really liked that broke.
That's a legit reason to be pissed.
It is. It was, but like he's mad at my uncle, but I'm like, well, it's not like he did it on purpose. That's what I'm trying to explain to my brother. And that's when I go, shut up, Steven. But, I wasn't needling him. I'm just like, man, he was asleep.
Yep.
And he was trying to protect you or mom, one of the two. I'm like, his heart was in the right place. Shut up.
What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a health insurance alternative at half the cost. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
Hi, I'm Steph, and I work at United Healthcare. When I think about United Healthcare's members, I think of my own family. My niece was diagnosed with an ultra-rare genetic disorder. I know how hard it is for families. At United Healthcare, we can make it easier.
I'm Brian. I care because I know what it's like to not speak the language. It's not easy. Health insurance is complicated. I would say our job is to make everything easy for our UHC members. I work for United Healthcare. I'm committed to care.
Let's not get caught with our pants down this summer. You got parties, barbecues, kids using way too much toilet paper, there's old grease going down the drain, and eventually it's gonna fail. And when that happens, I want you to think of me. If you tell Pinky's Plumbing you know Captain Ron and the Wolf, they're gonna give you $100 off just like that. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
I keep seeing celebrities posts, me in the 90s versus now. Well, the person staring at me in the mirror is definitely not the same person that could pull off bootcut jeans. Time creeps up on us so slowly. You don't see it until suddenly you do. Same thing goes for your bills. $1 here, an uptick there. It's a slow burn until one day you realize the price you're paying now is way higher than when you signed up. But at T-Mobile, customers had the lowest wireless bills versus Verizon and AT&T over the past 5 years. And with T-Mobile on their experience plans, you get a 5-year price guarantee, so you know exactly what your plan price will be for the next 5 years. So at least that's one thing that won't change over time. I can't guarantee you'll still look good with frosted tips, but T-Mobile can give you a clear guarantee on your wireless plan.
Lower bills based on HarrisX billing snapshots from Q3 21 to Q4 25 compared to average AT&T and Verizon bills. Comparison excludes discounts, credits, and optional charges. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
Hey y'all, I'm Maddie. And I'm Poodle. And together we host the podcast Reality Gaze. We are two ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than talking about reality television and tearing in a new one. So whether it's 90 Day Fiancé, Love is Blind, Love After Lockup, or any other trash TV show about lonely hearts looking for love, your gay besties got you covered, y'all. New shows every week. Follow and listen to Reality Gaze wherever you get your podcast.
Gaze, let's love.
A new home, a new chapter, a whole new way of life. Tri Point Homes in Las Vegas offers more. More light, more style, and more space to live your best life. Search Tri Point Homes or call 702-637-9349 to learn more about Las Vegas living. Tri Point Homes is an equal housing builder. Nevada Contractors License Number 3633A. NRED Broker's License Number B.0041921.corp.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, we told you submitted Ted versus the FCC. You got a shot to get into the golf tournament.
Yeah, that's correct.
A twosome. We got two twosomes. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a little Ted versus the FCC at the end of TV Time with Ted. That'll be about 5:40ish.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay. If you can beat Ted, we're going to give you a twosome to the golf tournament on June 8th at Redmond Ridge.
Yeah.
All right. So far, we just got our first submission. So, Ted, you are on deck today in TV Time with Ted with a Ted versus the FCC
Who
for a
sent
chance
that
to
in?
join them. Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
Not sure if Eric plays golf or not. He better play golf. That's
doesn't
the
matter.
key.
Yeah, just come out and have fun, man.
You got to get in there. Got to get some clubs and swing the sticks. But our first submission coming up this afternoon at 4:40.
I wasn't prepared for this. Thanks, Eric.
We told you we were going to. Wait, you
I
didn't
didn't think it was starting today.
Well, Eric's on it, man.
Yeah.
Eric's
Yeah.
a go-getter.
You seemed concerned in the office earlier, like you wanted to push it back a week.
I just thought we'd, announce it this week and then I'd do it next week. But apparently I'm doing it now.
And when you were getting lunch, we determined that these are officially going to count on your win-loss record.
Wait a minute. No,
Yeah, we had a secret meeting.
Yeah.
Mike's the judge and jury on
And
this.
as the referee of Ted versus the FCC, I was not privy to this conversation.
Oh, you were part of the meeting?
The losses.
Oh, you must have been at lunch.
Yeah. Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
Should have got the chicken sandwich.
Yes, I should.
Submit your Ted versus the FCC. If you beat Ted, you get in on the golf tournament.
Yeah, it's that simple.
No, it really is.
This is a lot more pressure because honestly,
Why? We said we were going to do it.
Because I
Miles
want people to
announced
have a
it.
chance. I don't want to give out tickets today.
Well, then beat Eric.
You're going down, Eric.
We have two of these twosomes. Okay,
That's correct.
so this is pretty cool. So we got a couple of extra slots that have opened up that we held back on, and so you got a chance to get in on the tournament on that.
Yeah, that's simple.
Yeah, take the Monday off, man. Join us at Redmond Ridge Golf Club. It's going to be a great time. That is all presented, by the way, by our friends at Pinky's Plumbing. Okay, so today on the question, we're talking about sleeping. This is a weird one. California couple were in for quite a surprise when they woke up one morning recently. Someone or something had raided their kitchen while they were asleep. Now, when they checked their home security camera footage, it turned out that a bear had come into their home and helped itself to a late-night snack. Just like I would, but this guy remembers. The couple was sleeping just one room over from the bear in their home. Now, despite being so close, they said, to be honest with you, the bear didn't make a peep. We didn't hear a thing, said the homeowner.
You broke into your house, man.
We were in the bedroom over there. We didn't hear a thing. Otherwise, I'm a really light sleeper. I wake up a lot at night. I didn't hear anything.
I'm going to say you're not as light a sleeper as you think you are.
The bear apparently climbed through a window after ripping open a screen. So the window was open. He just ripped off the screen, climbed in the window. So the bear took a variety of fruits, nuts, meats from the kitchen, and left a trail of pistachio shells, which makes me wonder.
Get cracking.
Wait, did he shell them?
That's exactly.
How smart is this bear? I mean,
He's
it
smarter
left
than
the
your
shell.
average.
Yeah, smarter than Yogi, man.
Look, man, as far as messing up your fingernails, your cuticles, all those things when you're cracking nuts, none screws with your nails worse than pistachio nuts.
Yeah, but if you're a bear, you got to kind of
It hurts. Sometimes it hurts. Like you get pain.
I would just think a bear would just eat them whole. I can't.
Okay.
That seems
You're
wild.
misjudging bears. I got a little dignity in class, Ted.
He ate raw meat.
Yeah, but he's going to shell his pistachios. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, my
Trail
bad.
of pistachio
It's
shells.
tartar.
He wasn't there, by the way, when they woke up. I mean, it wasn't like he was.
How'd
in the
they
kitchen.
know he was in there?
Because
They're cameras. They're security cameras. They did not know the bear was in there, ate all that crap. When they woke up in the morning, everything was thrown around. It was very unusual. You don't see your kitchen like that. It was kind of surreal. Interesting, though, to see the footage of a bear in my kitchen.
Yeah, I bet.
They first thought the intruder might be a couple squirrels because she and her husband had seen two large squirrels near the house just before the break-in, and they figured that the squirrels would be able to eat the pistachio shells because they're masters at eating nuts. However, when she saw... Well, squirrels are.
That's why we like them so much.
They store nuts. They bury nuts.
Get over here, squirrel.
Maybe the squirrel explained to the bear, hey, dude, seriously, shell him.
Hey, man.
Hey.
When we saw the torn screen on the window, she'd left open to vent out the kitchen after cooking. That's when they decided to check their security cameras, and they caught a glimpse of the bear eating everything in their kitchen. So our question, what does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Devin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien.
All right. Hey, so I was in college living with a girlfriend, and she liked to, do all the interior decorating, whatever. So she hung a big frame above the bed, and we had neighbors that liked to go at it late at night. Well, middle of the morning, I think it was a Saturday evening, Sunday morning, this frame fell on my head.
Ooh.
And split me wide open. I still have like a 3 to 4 inch scar on the top of my skull. I immediately went to fetal position, went to the bathroom once I saw blood on my hand, had blood dripping off my chin. I basically just applied pressure, got it to stop bleeding, went back to bed, and then woke up early. It was a Hawks game at a 10:30 start, so I watched that with an ice pack on my head, hitting the bong. And then once the Hawks had won, I went to the walk-in clinic, and they asked me, why didn't you come in earlier? It's too late for stitches. And the Hawks were playing, and it was fine. So now I just have a gaping scar on the top of my skull.
So do you have a hairline? Would I be able to see it if I looked at you?
Yeah, I've never seen it. And apparently, so when I came home and figured it out, this dumb lady had hung this like 20-pound frame up with thumbtacks.
Jesus Christ.
Now you said this was your girlfriend?
She was.
Now you're calling her a dumb lady.
That's how you know it's an ex.
Yeah.
Right. She's a dumb lady
This
now.
dumb lady.
Yeah.
No, my girlfriend at the time hung the damn thing up
dumb
with
lady.
text.
What was it
I
a
wasn't
picture
too smart at the time, apparently, as well.
What was it a picture of? That's what I'm curious to know.
Oh, God, I don't even know. Probably Paris.
Oh, God.
One of those. I know.
I do respect you watched the Hawks game before you went to the clinic.
I'm honest, I would have too.
10 a.m. start?
If the bleeding is stopped and the Ravens are on, like, well, I'm going to watch
East
the
Coast
game
game.
first. Yeah.
I feel like even if I had something that I was pretty sure was broken, I could wait 3 hours to watch a game.
I would. I mean, honestly, it's going to be broken later. Right? That's my theory. Like, it'll still be broken at the end of the game, so let me at least watch the game, and then I'll go to the clinic.
I punched out a window in my house, trying to shut my alarm off. I don't know.
What did you do? Because you're doing it wrong.
Basically, there was a window right above my bed, and where the table was, where my alarm clock was. I think I just went to slam it, and when I went to slam it, the heel of my hand essentially went through the window pane. And it was a single window pane.
Yeah.
With this was an old house with lead and everything else, kind of like a schoolhouse window.
Right.
And this thing thank God it did not it completely shattered outward. Or if not, man, I could have cut,
Was this an apartment or?
Yeah. Cut my hand wide open. I punched out the window. Have very little recollection until I heard the glass shatter in the parking lot 2 stories below me.
Oh, yeah.
On top of a car. It was a parking lot. What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Dennis. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
So back in the day, my best friend, I'm the godfather to his oldest daughter. I decided to have him move in with me, right next to Magoo's Annex in Tacoma, if anybody knows where that's at. 21st and Anderson.
All right.
Anyways, the first night there, we're playing indoor baseball in the apartment. So we got Nerf bats, Nerf balls, and we were doing barrel rolls over the couch, turnbuckles into the chairs, and then third base. You got to hit that and then run to home before we threw the ball as hard as we could at the runner, right? And my buddy at the time, he wasn't a smoker, and so I told him, I said, every time I take a bong hit, you got to take a shot. And so needless to say, I was snapping him up pretty fast so he could take a lot of shots. And about an hour into it, he takes an uppercut with the bat, breaks the chandelier that's in there.
Oh.
And we decide, okay, it's late enough. We gotta go to bed. And it was only a 1-bedroom apartment, which my first roommate had, Scott Torvey, shout out to him. And then me and my buddy Mike slept in a room that was kind of like a dining room. So our beds were literally 1.5 feet apart.
All right.
And I got up in the middle of the night or the morning, and apparently I had to pee. So I whip it out right there, and I'm literally peeing in his laundry basket.
Oh.
6 inches from his head.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah. Apparently, he lets out this big scream and does one of those nightmare where you put out the hand like, no, don't do that, and kind of woke me up. And apparently, I had an excreting smile on my face as I'm looking at him. peeing into his laundry basket. I was just
I've done
like,
it.
I've done it, man.
I've done it twice. The laundry basket twice. And it was because it was in my closet where I kept my clothes.
Yeah.
Laundry basket was on the floor. So I basically just opened up that door like a bathroom, and apparently I stood there and peed all over my clothes.
I did it 3 nights in a row when we first moved here, and I thought there was a leak in the closet, right? Because my clothes were wet. And I keep looking up the ceiling. There are no watermarks. And just for the life of me, I cannot figure out why this happens. Then on night 4, I kind of woke up halfway through, and I'm like, I am peeing on my clothes. Okay, mystery solved. I got out of bed. I sit down on what I believe to be the toilet, and I hear my wife's voice in the dark. What the F are you doing? Like, I'm taking a nest. Why do you care? It's like, you're sitting on the bedroom chair. I'm like, ooh, good catch. My bad.
What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
And the walk-in closet, if it's close to the bathroom, is worse.
Yeah, the door was next to the bathroom. And I did it 3 nights in a row, almost 4 nights in a row, until I kind of woke up out of the haze. Like, oh my God, I'm peeing on my clothes. That is why my clothes are wet every day.
Cybertruck driver in Marin County in California was caught on video asleep behind the wheel on Highway 101 over the weekend. Video sent to Chrome 4 shows a man dozing off while his Tesla is in self-driving mode. Now, the incident happened at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, May 16th. Tesla drivers, they say, falling asleep behind the wheel on Bay Area roads. Nothing new. But videos of these incidents have gone viral, including the one of this guy as they're following him on 101 and then on Highway 4. Now, per Tesla guidelines, the driver is required to be attentive and ready to take over the wheel at any given time. California Highway Patrol says a driver who is asleep behind the wheel of a vehicle with advanced tech in self-driving mode is in violation of the state's basic speed law.
That's a good thing.
Regardless of any special features a vehicle may possess, such as autopilot or fully autonomous capabilities, drivers are still responsible for the vehicle they are operating. If a driver is asleep behind the wheel, they are in violation of the California basic speed law. The biggest problem with this, he says, they could not pull the vehicle over.
Because it doesn't know to pull over.
Exactly.
Right.
They got the lights on.
Know.
They got the sirens. They've got everything else. This guy is still sleeping. This car is still en route to its destination.
Right. It's just,
So, and the last thing you want to do is try to do a pit maneuver on a Cybertruck.
How did the guy finally just wake up?
I believe the man eventually woke up.
And how long are they chasing? Because you're right, you can flash your lights, you can do anything you want. It's a truck.
I'm not sure if they boxed him into the light or what the deal was, but they eventually stopped the truck and were able to wake the guy up. What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
In theory, if the cops are going to get a chase, I guess a self-driving car is not the worst.
Because it's not going to speed up.
Right.
Whatever
It's maybe the
speed it's
limit.
going,
it's not really running from you.
No, it's not. I just like the fact that it went onto a different highway. So it's on one highway, right? And you're trying to pull this thing over, and then it puts on its blinker, gets on a different highway, and it's like, this dude will not wake up. I guess, are they not soundproof, but are they... Do you not hear a lot of outside noise in the Cybertruck? I just feel like a siren.
I've never been in one.
And
I have no idea.
they're blaring their sirens at this point, trying to wake this guy up, and just nothing.
You would think that...
Right. Anything they've got, they probably did, and this guy's just sleeping through the whole thing. That's kind of awesome.
I would ride in a cop car and hit that horn.
What are you doing at?
The
siren, we know you're going someplace. Get the hell out of the way. We got a place to be. But when they do that, what is the...
I mean, I feel like sometimes it just kind of get people to move.
Yeah.
Especially, you know what I mean? Or just get to an intersection.
Yeah,
I don't know. If I hit it, I just hop on the loudspeaker and just say something to somebody on the street.
I'll be on the loudspeaker constantly. Damn, girl!
I was thinking more like, put down that ice cream.
It's the things people would.
Right.
What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
I'm sure Seattle PD would not let me get away with it, but it'd also be fun if I had on my horse head. And you hit the and people look at the cop car and it's just the guy
horse
like a
driving.
horse.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a cop, it's a course cop.
Guess who it is, Ted?
James.
James, welcome to the men's room.
Orale.
I explained that joke to a couple of 21-year-old fellas the other day. They had no idea what I was talking about.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. Always fun.
Yeah.
So, James, what does sleep have to do with the story?
Joke or...
Nah, go ahead, James. You can just tell us your story.
Okay, so West Seattle, do you guys
It was a long time ago, the Rock Sport in West Seattle.
Yeah.
We did
You
an
ever heard of
event
it?
there.
Yes, we did.
Awesome. Okay, so it makes me feel old, but at the same time, it's like, okay, it's still relevant. So I had my wingman taking care of me, kinda, until a gal started feeding me tequila shots, and I lost count of the tequila shots. And then my wingman just gave up on the situation and said, hey, you take care of him, because I was just gone. So the story I heard was that I got dragged up to the upstairs and put to bed.
Upstairs in the bar?
No, upstairs at her house.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
she drove me. Yeah. Sorry. And then, so I wake up in the middle of the night to karaoke.
All right, not the worst way to wake up.
Not the worst way to wake up, except for the fact that she was still married.
Oh. And it was her husband.
Was her husband? Yeah. Gary, get on. What was he there?
Well, he showed up like at 5 or 6 in the morning after we had our fun. And then she was like, oh, you got to get down into the basement where there was all this KISS memorabilia and crap like that. I was like, I'm not a KISS fan. Sorry, Thrill.
It's all right, man. Wasn't my house.
So then I was able to get clothed, but I was like, well, where do I go from here? I'm in the basement. And then I just finally stepped up into the house and said, hey, what the hell is going on? And so, yeah, that was the rude awakening and the best awakening that I've ever had in my life.
No, wait.
Just,
what does her husband say when you pop out of the basement? I know you're fully clothed. And you say, what the hell is going on?
yeah. So I tell him, I was like, hey, I was told you guys were divorced. He's like, no, we're separated. And I'm like, okay, I'm not a lawyer, but that basically means that you guys aren't a couple anymore. And I was just like, I don't have time for this.
I like that you're the one who had the
Yeah.
attitude. You know what, man?
Yeah.
I don't have time.
Because
for you
I
being
got
separated.
other things to do. I should be at Denny's right now eating a Grand Slam breakfast, you know?
Yeah, I was getting a mouth hug from your wife.
Instead of being in the basement locked in there with Ace Frehley.
And the other difference is, man,
Exactly.
it depends if you're legally separated or separated.
Sounds like a humble brag.
Because I'll meet, like, some couples, they are legally separated. I go, I get it. Other times, they say we're separated. And you went, legally? It's like, okay, you're taking a break. I think there's a big difference between the two.
Well, look, legally separated.
Basically, we want a divorce, but we don't feel like paying for it right now.
Typically, that's just an agreement between two people. Like, you don't go to the judge and go, I want to be legally separated.
Well, that's what I'm
I want a
saying.
divorce.
No, I'm saying that's the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Legally separated, you went to the court for whatever.
Yeah, you got divorced.
Separated.
There's no legality to it.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, I knew a couple where they were legally separated, and the husband just stayed in the basement. But I was always
Then
like,
what's the point?
I don't, you know.
If you were going to live in the same home, I'm like, look, either we get divorced or we don't. But whatever we're going to do, we're not living under the same
You know how
roof.
people are for the kids, but like the mom would date other people, and I was like, I could not handle that.
No,
and it's just like, no, it's fine. We're legally separated, and I'm like, yeah, but he's down there,
and I'm up here.
Yeah,
that'd be weird.
I like this guy's attitude. I don't have time for your crap.
Are you separated or not? Either way, she's
Hey,
a
guys
whore.
in the bedroom making some microwave popcorn. You need anything?
You're right.
What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803.
Why does it feel like nobody really gives us the inside scoop? Join us on The Powers That Be, the podcast where insiders from Puck break down who has influence, how they use it, and what it actually means for you. New episodes every weekday. Listen to The Powers That Be wherever you get your podcasts.
Did you know that you can buy your car completely online on AutoTrader? Really? Just visit autotrader.com, filter and search through dealer listings for the car you want, make, model, color, and all the features that matter to you. Go ahead, Get picky. Whether you're into subcompacts with heated cup holders, crossovers with all-wheel drive, pickups with kicking sound systems, or SUVs that can survive whatever chaos your kids unleash, just drop in your info and you'll only see cars in your budget. Really. Once you find your one and only, you can do the whole deal online and have the car delivered to your driveway. Or you can pick it up at the dealership and drive your new ride right off the lot. Really. AutoTrader makes it easy to buy your car online because the whole process is designed around your wants and must-haves. AutoTrader. Buy your car online. Really.
A new home, a new chapter, a whole new way of life. Tri Point Homes in Las Vegas offers more. More light, more style, and more space to live your best life. Search Tri Point Homes or call 702-637-9349 to learn more about Las Vegas living. Tri Point Homes is an equal housing builder. Nevada Contractors License Number 3633A. NRED Broker's License Number B.0041921.corp.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Return to Who Sucks Less coming up at 4:30 right after emails on our question, what does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK. We head to a beach somewhere. A lot of people have fallen asleep while sunbathing.
Sure.
But when Anna Scott woke up after doing just that, she was stunned by her surroundings. She took to TikTok to document the situation as she showed herself on a sun lounge right on the beach, just having awoken from her snooze. I fell asleep on the beach, and in the time that I took my nap, someone had set up a wedding. Oh, I'm waking up, and the bride is about to walk down the aisle. She then turned the camera to share a little sneak peek of the bride walking down the aisle on the sand, as her guests stood on either side watching her. How did I miss this? She marveled. She then showed herself in a tiny pink two-piece as she sighed, I feel kind of bad. I'm in my little bikini right next to them. I don't know what to do. Went to sleep on the beach, woke up in the middle of a wedding.
That's impressive.
Our question, what does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Ray. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, man.
Hola.
I've really missed you guys. I've been out of work for about a month, not in a bad way. And when I don't work, I don't listen to you guys because I don't drive home from work and do that.
But we're still on the radio, man.
Right,
we don't only work in cars.
But, I get into binge watching TV and,
What do you binge watching?
You can watch us on YouTube, man.
Yeah, there you go. 4 hours of binge watching right there.
KISW Rock.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You're right.
You got no excuse, dude.
Quick question. Did you retire?
No. I had a surgery.
Okay.
All right.
Are you okay?
Anyway, yes, I am okay.
Everything's okay downstairs? What did you have?
Cancer.
Did you have a penis reduction surgery?
No, I had a prostate reduction surgery.
Oh, okay, good.
So, anyway, so here's my story. I was sleeping with a woman who was married like myself, but not to each other.
Oh,
you got the Barack Obama pace.
I know.
I was married to a woman.
And
shed big
there was
bouncing
a
breasts.
morning that happened where her husband showed up.
And what happens when he shows up?
Well, I grabbed all of my clothes, and I was in the military, if I haven't mentioned that yet. I grabbed all of my clothes, went into a very small closet, and got dressed while she tried to stall him. And by the time he opened the closet door, I was fully dressed.
Nothing suspicious about that.
Why did he just come in and open up a closet door?
Well, because he was suspicious.
Aha.
He probably smelled the stink.
Yeah,
But since I was fully dressed and going to work, he kind of didn't have much to say.
Okay.
I guess.
Right.
I I mean, at that point, what's the point of getting fully dressed? Like, you would not, if I open my closet door and you're standing there fully dressed, like, oh, I thought you guys were up to no good. You're just a random dude, fully clothed,
Yeah. In my
standing
world,
in my closet.
In my world, I'm better off naked because you don't want to fight a naked person. You want to, but if I'm fully clothed, you're like, I'm going to take a swing at this guy and kill him. But if I'm naked, I'm going to be like, I'm going to jump on you.
I'm just going to bear hug you. That's
Exactly.
all. I'm not throwing a punch, and I'm not letting go.
Yeah, trying to get you into a reverse, something like that.
Till you tap out because there's a naked man bear hugging you. Like, look, man, it worked for me the one time, peeing on the side of a 7-Eleven. Owner comes out. It's at night, and Castle's inside buying something. Owner comes out. He's like, you're ruining my asphalt, is what he told me. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, I got to pee. And he's like, okay. And then he sends, I just see a giant silhouette. And the guy's like, hey, man, I don't know what to do, so I just dropped my pants to my ankles and charged him. And he took off running. And I'm like, hey, it works. And then right after that, Castle came flying out of the 7-Eleven, picked me up, threw me in a car, and said, don't ever do that again.
What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
My wife loves that story.
Yeah, I mean, look, nobody wants to see somebody peeing on the side of their
I
place they
understand.
own, but also, like, it's not doing anything to the.
It was, that's the only thing you brought up was the asphalt. I'm like, okay. Hello, Michael. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So, to spare my friend's identity, we're going to call him Kyle for this story.
I'm guessing his real name is Kyle.
Perhaps. About 8 years ago, this happened, and before that, me and all our group friends, all the couple friends, for President's Day weekend, we'd always rent like an Airbnb cabin someplace and just hang out, play games, go have fun in the snow. And this year, or 8 years ago, we got a cabin up at Mount Baker. It had a hot tub. It was lovely.
Nice.
And all the friends showed up at different times. Me and my gal at the time were the first ones there, and they slowly started rolling in. And Kyle and his wife were the last ones. They hit a bunch of traffic, so they didn't get there till like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And we've been drinking already. And they wondered if they wanted to have food, and they said they stopped at McDonald's just because traffic was so bad and they were hungry. So we hung out for a little bit, and Kyle had his own bottle of bourbon like we all do. Like I have my bottle of bourbon, and I'm usually like one of the first people to go to sleep. And this cabin had one bedroom with a louvered door.
Yeah.
Like you see like in Mexican resorts and everything. And then above the bedroom was this huge loft with a bunch of beds. And then there was a couple, like a pull-out sofa on the main floor and everything. And so Kyle and his wife got the bedroom, and a bunch of us were up in the loft up above. So go to bed. I can hear the friends still hanging out, but eventually everyone goes to sleep. Around, I think about 3, 4 in the morning, I hear Kyle's wife being like, Kyle, oh God, no, Kyle. And Kyle's got a real low voice. And he was just like, all you could hear was like, burp, oh God, no, go to the bathroom. Kyle sleepwalks. And he, more importantly, sleep poops.
Oh, no.
Sleep poops. So he basically got out of bed, as far as what they were trying to gather the story, got out of bed, kind of paced around, dropped trow, and started pooping on the bed with his wife right there. We're hearing all this. And, like, his wife is able to push him into the bathroom. And then you hear the shower running. And then she turns around to try to start cleaning everything up. My gal is like, should you go down there to help him?
No.
I'm like, no. And all you can hear is her yelling his name, trying to unlock the shower or the bathroom door. And all we can hear is him just going, Murr. Not like he's saying something, but it's just like, Murr. And so we finally, like, it kind of settles down, and you can obviously tell, like, she was up the rest of the morning cleaning everything up. And when we finally had the nerve to get up there, he was sleeping on the floor of the bedroom, and then she slept on a love seat out in the living room. and like, as soon as he woke up, he knew it happened. He's like, it just happens. And we go outside, and they took all the paper towels and every garbage bag that place had. And what was so horrifying is the garbage bags were all clear. So you just saw this out on the deck, this aftermath. And like we realized, well, the wife was just like, I know why I got this bad. One, it was the McDonald's, plus he polished 2/3 of a bottle of bourbon off.
Now, you said...
the bourbon might have more to do with it than McDonald's.
No, wait, you said that he's like, hey, this happened. So sleep pooping is just something his wife has to endure during this relationship?
She was able to catch him. He was, when they were on another vacation, he was about to crap in a dresser. And then I was at a party at his house and stayed over, and it was the next day he ended up, I'm surprised we didn't blow up, but he wanted to cook eggs. So he cooked eggs in that state, but for whatever reason, he pulled the range out as far as it would go, and it was a gas range. So that the range, the stovetop was like in the middle of the kitchen. And he cooked eggs, he shut it off, and he went back to bed apparently.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a deal breaker, but I think maybe the second time it happens, I say, hey babe, you always poop in your sleep, man, because this is a bit much, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, right, you do it once, that's like an accident. You do it twice, that's a pattern.
Right. 3 times. Well, to the point that you say, hey, it happens. Like, no. That's not something you should get used to. Just, my spouse will get out of bed and poop randomly places around.
Very rarely do I wake up in the middle of the night because I have to use the bathroom. If it's close to with the time that I normally wake up and my body's just starting to do what it normally does, it's 6:30, it's 7, like, I got to get up and use the bathroom. That's one thing. But I don't get up at like 2:30 or 3 and go pee. I mean, for whatever reason, I can hold it.
If I have to pee, I have to pee. If I have to poop, I'll look at the clock. It can be 2 a.m. I'm like, I can wait this out. Like, I have no concern over pooping myself. And at least in my experience, if it's one of those that can't wait, whatever dream you're having, it changes from your dream to a dream that you're about to poop. And then you wake up and you're like, gotcha.
Yeah, like sometimes you wake up and you got to pee, but I'm with you. If I got to poop, more than likely I have eaten way too much or like something's wrong with my stomach that I'm like, oh my God, I got to poop it in the middle of the night.
That's what I mean. Yeah. It's an emergency.
Typically that fart, that one where you're like, whoa.
Welcome to Radio Rental. The scariest stories you've ever heard in your life. All told by real people. And off we go.
This wasn't a human being that I saw. There's something here in this house, something not of this world.
There was a woman moving through the hall. I stepped back and I was completely alone.
Radio Rental is available now. Listen for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
A new home, a new chapter, a whole new way of life. Tri Point Homes in Las Vegas offers more. More light, more style, and more space to live your best life. Search Tri Point Homes or call 702-637-9349 to learn more about Las Vegas living. Tri Point Homes is an equal housing builder. Nevada Contractors License Number 3633A. NRED Broker's License Number B.0041921.corp.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at Ring.com. When everything at work is on fire, deadlines are slipping, and your entire team just won the lottery, you think, this is a job for sponsored jobs. When you need a hiring hero, an Indeed sponsored job will match you with quality candidates. Phew! Sponsored jobs boost your job post and search results so you can reach the people that can help your business thrive. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, you only pay for results. Join the 3.3 million employers worldwide that use Indeed to connect with quality talent that fits their needs. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results. When you need the right person to cut through the chaos, this is a job for sponsored jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs.
Oh, okay. I need to get up and use the bathroom, man. That's horrible. Yeah. I remember the last time I did it. It was brisket chili.
Did it smell like brisket a little bit?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I could not believe it came out of my body.
Uh-huh.
I was like, man, that's smoky and nasty. What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Beezus. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola.
Real quick before I get to my story, working out in the field, when you're completely, decked out in rain gear, and you have the mud butts, and you got to sneeze. I asked a coworker one time, it was like, you ever sneeze and crap yourself? He's like, oh man, I've sneezed and filled up a work boot.
Damn.
Oh.
Don't sneeze.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets down there. So anyway, oh hell.
That was a sleep story.
Focus in.
Come on, you can do this.
Okay.
Words.
So there was a guy I work with. He'd show up to work, and you can tell he was really kind of off kilter. And he'd jump in the loader, and we'd be working, and next thing you know, you wouldn't see him for a while. And he'd just go park in between two buildings and just sleep. He would just park in between two buildings and just start sleeping. And it's like, what is up with this dude? And, well, we got paid every Wednesday. So if he showed up on Wednesday, it would be way late, if at all. And it was because once he got paid, he was going out and he was getting some fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so he stopped showing up, and we're like, one of the bosses was like, just send him in for a pee test. We know he's on heroin. Just send him in. He's like, no, I don't want to send him to rehab. We'll just wait a couple days. Yeah, 2 days later, he got picked up by the cops, and his old lady called in, like, thank you guys so much for, employing him and all that. And yeah, the entire time, he just basically jumped in the loader, parked in between two buildings, and slept.
Yeah, that'll get you fired.
Well, apparently not.
Yeah.
I told you before, like, we hired, like, a guy to help, like a handyman.
Yeah.
Right? To, like, do something in our kitchen or whatever. But that was the same thing. Like, the dude did really good work. But then when you paid him...
He's gone for a couple days.
He was gone for, like, 3 days. I don't think he was doing heroin. I think he was just drinking it on a coke bender. But he was always... The other thing, too, he would disappear for, like, 3.5 days. And then he'd come back broke. Right? So just, like... You got to be doing something.
Yeah. I had a contract to do the same thing. Basically, he wanted to be paid ahead of time.
Uh-huh.
And so I did once. And then he didn't show up for like 5 days.
Yeah.
And then he showed up again. He's like, I need more money to finish it. Because I think I gave him half.
Correct.
And he's like, I want the other half to finish the job. I was like, but you haven't started on the job.
Right.
I was like, as soon as I pay you, you won't show up. And so he came for a couple more days. And then he disappeared. So I paid him half. He didn't do half the work. But
Did he ever finish the job?
No, because I wanted to get somebody who was competent enough to do it, and I didn't want to keep having to give him money when he didn't show up.
Yeah, we had a guy, the house we had in Greenwood, same thing. He did eventually finish the work. It just took longer.
So did our guy, eventually.
It was, one of the, hey, man, we just had like $500 for whatever materials. I'm like, all right, cool. And he would like come by the next day, but then he'd be gone for 3 or 4 days. And it got to the point you're like starting to threaten this guy. So I bump into him years later. I will tell you who he's friends with off air, but there was a show at Showbox at Market, and he was in line with this guy that we know, and he was very cool about it. He goes, hey, man, and he did good work, and he did finish the job. Just took a lot longer than it should have. And he goes, look, I just wanted to apologize to you and your wife. I was crushing pills back then, and so every time you gave me money, I was like, look, man, I knew you were on something. I don't know what it was, but I can piece it together. But he's very apologetic, and I'm like, well, to be fair, bro, you did a great job. He's like, oh, thank you. I said, I would never hire you again, but you really,
right, exactly.
You did do a good job, so I can say that.
I mean, I'm telling you, that's like an exact replica of that guy we had redo my kitchen when I was like a teenager.
Really? Yeah.
He did great work. Couldn't have been nicer.
Super nice.
But then eventually my dad was just like, right, same thing you're saying, Mouse. He was just like, I'm not paying you until you do this much work.
And my guy only wanted cash. And I was like,
course.
man, come on. And I was like, I'll write you a check. He's like, but I don't have a bank account. I'm like,
how do you not have a bank account?
How do you not have a bank account?
Right.
Exactly.
Wow.
If you're doing contracting work.
If you're doing contracting work, but you're spending it all on drugs, I can fathom why he doesn't have a bank account.
What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
Keeps it in his top drawer.
Hello, Zach. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So when I was 12, parents took us to Hawaii, and we were staying off Waikiki Beach, and one day I'm out on an air mattress, about 100 yards or so offshore. For whatever reason, I end up falling asleep. And by the time I wake up, my dad is swimming like crazy to get out to me. My mom, I can hear her yelling from the beach. I can't hear what she's yelling, but she's losing her mind. And my dad swims up to the air mattress, looks down, and goes, look, you'll see what she's yelling at. Well, evidently, when I was passed out, I pitched a tent that could be seen from the beach.
Oh, God, man.
Really?
Evidently so, yeah.
Is that a humble brag, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be.
Well, when you talk like this, I didn't think you had a small one.
My penis is so big.
Yeah, if you talk like this and you got a real teeny tiny one, I'm going to be really disappointed.
You can find my penis from the beach.
The only reason I'm going out is because you got a deep voice, man. I figured you had a hog on you.
Damn, man.
Now nothing.
Is your mom making it worse? I mean, look, man, it's bad enough if you're pitching a tent that can be seen from the beach, but moms, listen, don't make it worse by screaming about it. Oh, my God, we can see your erection.
She's screaming about it, but me being the 12-year-old, I look down and just start giggling.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Damn. That's,
okay.
Come on, Mom, dial it down, man.
That's the problem with falling asleep on a plane.
Yeah, every time.
Because when you wake up, you're like, I got to go to the bathroom, and
I have an erection.
I don't know how I'm going to waddle in there.
Well, either that or the plane comes before a landing, and you're trying to do anything to make it go away, and it's like, I'm going to be the last person to get off this plane.
Yeah, I was in, my buddy's dad had like a hunting camp way up in like Pennsylvania, almost to Canada. So we're sitting on like these bunk beds. I'm on the lower one. He's not on the one above me. He's across the way.
Okay.
But we're sitting there kind of chit-chatting, and then eventually he's just like, you need to turn around. I'm like, what's up? And he's like, right. And Steve was a large man, right? He was a center, 6 whatever, and he's like, I got to pee, and I don't want to hop down in front of you and like put it in your face. I was like, good call. I'll get up and leave the room.
What does sleeping have to do with the story? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen? For a long time.
Yeah, man.
Hola. All right. So, in my early 20s, I started kind of trying to date this girl I work with. Super hot, super out of my league. So we go out downtown Kirkland. You know, when it used to be fun, they had bars, all that good stuff. We get pissed drunk, go back to my house, you know, do the deed, do whatever. Everything was going good. I'm like, this girl's great. I love her. I wake up at 3 in the morning, and I'm wet. I'm like, why am I wet? What happened here? I couldn't figure it out. I get up, I go like shower or whatever. I tried to figure out. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, did I pee the bed? And so I was like, whatever. I'm drunk. Go back to sleep. I wake up the next morning, and she is gone. Like, she didn't say a word. She just left. And I was like, she peed my bed and left. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm sure she was embarrassed, but I didn't know what to say to her, and I still kind of wanted to date her, right? So I saw her at work the next day, and I thought she was going to, like, confess, like, hey, I'm so sorry. Nothing. She just completely avoided it. So I'm like, this must have not been the first time, right?
No.
Yeah.
I have dated someone who pees a bed. They don't know they're doing it.
I would hope not.
It happens more than you think it does. I don't know what
Really?
that trigger is that you can't figure out that you're asleep and you shouldn't be peeing in the bed.
She just routinely peed the bed?
All the time. And I'm just like, it must be a thing like people who eat their boogers. You know, like they don't want to talk about it, but they do it. You either do or you don't.
I mean, if I peed the bed, I would not talk about it.
Well, look, I've gotten up and peed on the side of my bed, standing up in the standing position. Like I did try to get up and use the bathroom. I didn't just lay there and not realize that I was peeing. I was up. I was peeing.
You were
I was
just drunk, right?
Just in the wrong place.
Yeah.
But the last time I did it, no, I was fine.
How long did you date this woman?
Oh God,
I definitely
a couple years, probably.
Yeah, like separate beds.
Well, no, I stayed at her place because back then
Right,
they didn't have the plastic covers and all the stuff that they have now. Like the bed bug things where you zip up all the way around.
So you're like, no, we'll stay at your place.
No. This
So when you pee, it's on your bed.
Yeah, it's like I should have put down a shower curtain, something like that. Just maybe
Like a shower liner?
maybe a twister board. Yeah, something, man. Either way,
I like that. She's hot enough.
Yeah,
but only pee in her own bed.
Right. I'll go sleep at your place. You're not coming to mine anymore. Who Sucks Less is on the way, and we've got your emails up next to the men's room at KISW.com.
What's up, little psychos? I'm Investigator Slater, host of the Psychopedia podcast. Psychopedia is a true crime podcast delivering raw, real, and absolutely gripping episodes every single week. I dig deep to uncover fascinating details of heinous true crime cases while exploring criminology and psychology theories. I take you into the absolute darkest corners of the human psyche, my favorite territory, and present cases like you've never heard them before. Follow and listen to Psychopedia everywhere you get your podcasts.
A new home, a new chapter, a whole new way of life. Tri Point Homes in Las Vegas offers more. More light, more style, and more space to live your best life. Search Tri Point Homes or call 702-637-9349 to learn more about Las Vegas living. Tri Point Homes is an equal housing builder. Nevada Contractors License Number 3633A. NRED Broker's License Number B.0041921.corp.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at Ring.com. When everything at work is on fire, deadlines are slipping, and your entire team just won the lottery, you think, this is a job for sponsored jobs. When you need a hiring hero, an Indeed sponsored job will match you with quality candidates. Phew! Sponsored jobs boost your job post and search results so you can reach the people that can help your business thrive. Plus, with Indeed-sponsored jobs, you only pay for results. Join the 3.3 million employers worldwide that use Indeed to connect with quality talent that fits their needs. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results. When you need the right person to cut through the chaos, this is a job for sponsored jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed-sponsored jobs.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Who Sucks Last is coming up. First time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail.
One from our question on sleeping, guys. Woke up this morning finding my wife passed out on the couch, sitting in an awkward position on a pile of laundry, looking like she was dead. Finally woke her up, and she says, did you see the hole in the bathroom? Apparently, she fell asleep on the toilet after taking cough medication, went headfirst into the wall, then walked out to the living room and fell asleep on a pile of clothes. That sucks from the drywall perspective.
Oh, yeah. Now it costs you money.
Yeah, I can patch it, but every time I sand it, it just looks, you can still tell I did it. You can tell I did it. Okay, time for a couple of birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Pacholos, can you please wish Elizabeth, a.k.a. Greenie, a happy, sweet 16th birthday? Hell of a soccer player, great friend and teammate, even a better daughter. She makes her family very proud of all of her accomplishments. Can you please have Coach Ted give her some advice for making the elite team? Tell Ted that she plays offense and needs to be more aggressive.
She plays offense. She needs to be more aggressive.
And not always look for the pass, make a move.
Tell her not to always look for the pass, make a move.
You'll be one-on-one with the goalie.
She'll be one-on-one with the goalie.
Miles, can you tell her some dad jokes? Thanks for all you guys do. That from Brian in Boston.
All right, listen. Dad seems like a good dude. He's sending in an email, but Coach doesn't know what your coach is telling you. I don't know, Dad. Maybe she's supposed to make that last pass. Maybe she's like the current EPL champions Arsenal and want to walk it in. Now, on the same token, though, if you want to be on that elite team, got to be a little more aggressive, all right? Don't be afraid to shove a little elbow in there. Get that defender off the ball.
Okay. Got to make these age appropriate. 16 years old.
Make it
16.
Make it look good.
Guys, I went to the zoo and there was a baguette in a cage. A baguette in a cage.
A baguette?
In a cage.
Why?
Bred in captivity. I can define myself in just 3 words. 3 words.
All right.
Lazy. Recently, I learned that the population of Ireland's capital is increasing at an exponential rate.
It's Dublin.
It's Dublin.
Lazy.
Stupid.
3 words. Lazy.
All of all is today I turned 42. My wife is taking me horseback riding this weekend. It'll be my first time. So can I get Coach Ted to hype me up for the ride? Have the dirty Germans tell me what to expect. Maybe some dad jokes from Miles, too. Love the show, fellas. That from Morgan.
All right, man, you're going out and turning 42, going horse riding for the first time. You know what I recommend? Bring some cocaine. A, it'll make it seem cooler. B, give some to the horse. They do it at the Preakness. They do it at the Kentucky Derby. Ride that horse!
Yeah, you said your first time riding a horse. You should ask, are you going to Enumclaw? They do it different there.
Yeah, I think you should tell your wife to treat you like a salt lick and she plays the horse.
A game of Salt Lake. That's the sexiest thing ever.
When I was a kid, I liked salt so much I was jealous of horses.
Should we do a music-themed edition of dad jokes?
Sure.
All right. You guys want to hear a Nirvana joke?
All right.
Do you? Nirvana joke?
Yeah.
Never mind.
I know. I was searching my brain, too.
I was like, is it in bloom?
Billy Joe Armstrong has a dog named Cologne. Did you guys know that? Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day has a dog named Cologne.
No, I didn't know that.
He walked Cologne. He walked Cologne. What does Lionel What does Lionel Richie wear when he's home alone? What does Lionel Richie wear when he's home alone?
I don't know.
All nylon.
All nylon. Come on, man.
Gentlemen, my coworker Christina's having a birthday today. Didn't ask her age, but well over 18. She was kind enough to send me a request, so here's yours, Christina. I know she would love a kid face sandwich, a barbershop quartet face sandwich, and the Dirty German's talking about her holiday costumes that she wears. Gracious, guys, congrats on your 20 years listening since the Buzz days when I was in York, Pennsylvania. That from Raymond.
Good job getting out of there, Raymond.
Sandwich, oh, you know I gotta eat right. Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? You put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
Yeah, you said that she was holiday costumes. I can only imagine you mean Arbor Day, where she dresses like a tree and has you play a squirrel, so there's some place for you to put your nuts.
Oh, yeah. It's also,
oh, you like that?
I sees that one coming. There's a joke about the wood. It's a barking.
Hey guys, I want to wish my lovely wife the happiest 50th birthday today. You're the best wife, mother, friend, and daughter. Here's to many more years of love and happiness. My wife is a men's room convert. I broke her. She thought your show was silly before, and now she loves it. And so does our 7-year-old daughter who loves Ted's tongue twisters.
Hey,
keep them coming
for her.
We've got one coming up today, actually, at 5:40 on the program for a chance to win tickets to the golf tournament. Guys, thank you for all you do. You guys are amazing. Can you give Amy a little turtle sex, a barbershop quartet fish sandwich, and you guys pick a third one that you haven't done in a while? Thanks, guys. That from Christian, Cameron, and Salem.
Oh, sorry, one more time?
Turtle sex, barbershop quartet, and one that you haven't done in a while.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side.
Ooh, yeah.
I smell the fish sandwich, maybe some dill relish in the morning, at noon, and at night, and at night. She got a roof to
don't anybody get it.
Good pull, Mike. And finally, for the birthday's afternoon, bitches, longtime loyal listener and avid player of the men's room home game. The extended packs definitely keep the game fun and exciting. I own the Ted Nugent Slither Sleuth section. Miles Montgomery, my Lost Hole-in-One Certification Edition. Steve the Thrill Hill and Slap My Bass add-ons edition on a very limited edition. The Ben the Psychopath, the Rockin' Wobbin deck, and finally got the extended Mike Hawk package today. Can't wait to pull it out and play it tonight.
Yeah!
So for my 50th, I would like some Steve Shotgun Gets, Mike the Tortoise hyping me up for the future AARP discounts, the Ted Nugent telling me what he's doing to serve me at Slither, and some Miles dad jokes. You guys rock. Thank you for all the years of laughter. Great time since the Buzz days again. Hope the penis putter comes in handy at your golf tournament. Richie and Ole, it will, and thank you for sending that. Appreciate it. Get.
Stay.
Going into Slither, huh? Recently, we've taken a page out of Red Lobster's book. Shrimp season, endless shrimp. It's slug season.
Oh, slug season.
Endless slugs.
Endless slugs.
As many as you want to eat.
Also, a great song.
Endless slug. My endless slugs.
Guys, I went to the ice cream parlor, and they said they have a special on Sundays.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
I said, I'll come back then. I just turned 56, and now I groan every time I get up.
Oh, yeah?
I'm a grown man. And finally, I saved the best for last. This is the home run. This is the grand slam. This is the one that knocks it out of the park. Ted, what's the difference between a woman in church and a woman in the bathtub? A woman in church and a woman in the bathtub, what is the difference?
The pew?
One has hope in her soul.
You know what happened, Mike?
You SOB.
Love that one. Yeah. Hope in her soul.
Yeah, hope in her soul.
Hang on.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks less?
Hey, time for Who Sucks Less. Stephen Thrill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They all suck, but it's up to us to determine out of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to like the Men's Room on Facebook, or you follow us on X or Instagram at Men's Room Live, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Hope in her soul.
Hope in her soul.
In her soul.
I know.
Hey. Yeah, so today, like I said, these...
I like you asked me. I didn't know that one.
These aren't the worst stories out there, but they're a little unique. One of these I can't say you'll definitely remember, but it's one of those TikTok pranks. But let's not start there. Let us start, you're not going to believe this, in the state of Florida. Can you believe that? So there's a 62-year-old man in Florida named Robert Boston. And he was arrested after he marched over to his neighbor's property at 3 o'clock in the morning a few weeks ago. He was carrying a ladder, and he was on a mission. You see, he was upset about a malfunctioning motion light. So he placed the ladder against the building, climbed up, yanked the floodlight off the wall, and left it on the ground. But he removed it so forcefully that it caused $800 in damages by pulling the wiring loose from inside of the wall. One important detail. Robert was also naked when he did this. He was caught on surveillance footage doing all of this wearing nothing but a watch, flip-flops, and a headlamp. By the way, he was arrested for trespassing and criminal mischief. It's not the worst thing.
All right.
Not upset, but still. It did cause $800 in damage. We stay in Florida, which, again, I know, mind-blowing. In this case, 2 18-year-olds, so they're men now. They were arrested a couple of weeks ago after driving a lawnmower through a Target. It was a stunt for social media. One of them drove the lawnmower. The other guy recorded. Now, no one was hurt, but they did damage the front door when they banged into it twice trying to drive through. The police also noted that it was not as harmless as it would seem because it did endanger other people inside of the store. This was not the first time these kids pulled a stunt like this. That same weekend, the night before, they used a leaf blower inside of a nearby Culver's restaurant, also for TikTok. They're now facing charges of disorderly conduct and criminal mischief for both pranks. It's not the worst things you can do. Ill-advised, but not the worst. So we got a naked guy on the ladder and flip-flops. Got 2 kids riding a lawnmower through Target. And we stop here. Now, we say, look, we don't know exactly what this lady was thinking, but you kind of wish that every delivery driver cared that much about your order. So 33-year-old Whitney Moffitt, she drives for DoorDash in Amarillo, Texas. She went to pick up an order at Wingstop on Sunday, but it was not ready when she got there. Now, it's not clear how long it had been or how long she waited, but she got so annoyed that she decided to grab the order herself and walk back into the kitchen area. Well, they told her to leave. It's kind of a no-no. Well, that sparked a fight. Police say she physically attacked the store's manager. She continued attacking him as he tried to escort her out of the building, and an off-duty cop happened to see it. She also got into it with him as well. She's now facing charges for assault and resisting arrest. No word on how long the DoorDash customer had to wait for the wings. So just like I said, these are not the worst people in the world. We got the naked guy in Florida, where oddly enough, being naked is not the story. It's that he tore the malfunctioning light off the building. He just happened to be naked when he's doing it. Are you naked if you're wearing flip-flops?
I mean, he needed probably to get up a ladder or something.
Yeah. We got the 2 kids, also in Florida, who drove the lawnmower through a Target. This the day after they opened up the leaf blower inside of a Culver's. I don't know what's going on there. And then finally, the DoorDash driver, who's tired of waiting for the wings, started physically fighting the manager, physically fought the cop that tried to break it up.
What do you know? What time of day the Florida guy? I mean, it's a floodlight, so I'm assuming it was nighttime.
3 o'clock in the morning.
All right,
and they said it malfunctioning, so I guess it's just annoying the piss out of them. He didn't bother to get dressed, grabbed a ladder. If you're going to grab a ladder, you have time to grab shorts. Anyway, grabbed the ladder, climbed up.
He probably didn't care.
Yeah, I don't think he did, Miles.
Okay, I got this, Ted. This is how I'm going to lay this out. DoorDash driver who attacked a Wingstop manager because he took too long. That, to me, sucks the most. First of all, you assaulted someone.
Sure.
You're in a Wingstop, for crying out loud. They will get the food out when they get the food out. It's delicious. It's hot. You should order something maybe while you're in there for yourself. Either way, Wingstop, not a good look because it's too good of a place. as far as the food quality and everything. That should be a happy place. Like, look, even if you're working, I'm in Wingstop. This person who ordered knows what the hell they're doing.
Just don't be the dumbass that didn't pre-order on Super Bowl Sunday.
Right. Was that you, Ted?
No.
Oh.
We had pre-ordered. there was one guy there, and he was just like, I didn't pre-order. Go ahead.
Come on.
The 18-year-olds in Florida, they knew exactly what they were doing. They drove a lawnmower through a Target.
To be fair, only one of them did that. The other one recorded.
Was filming it.
Yeah.
Social media prank. They're doing what they're doing. They're just a couple of young idiots. No big deal. But to be honest with you, I think the naked man is losing his mind because of the malfunctioning motion-activated light.
Yeah.
I think he sucks the least. I don't care that he was naked. This thing's driving him nuts. He's trying to sleep every night. I don't know. It could be an Amarillo or something out in the yard. It could be a freaking
Armadillo.
Armadillo. That's what it is.
Amarillo's the city.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where the Wingstop was. I disagree with you.
I think naked guy sucks the least.
I think the 18-year-olds might suck the most. I'm fine with the prank in the Target.
Yeah.
But they had a leaf blower and a Culver's.
That is correct.
People are in there eating food, man.
You know, that is one, like at Target, you can kind of get out of the way of the lawnmower, I would assume. Like my food is openly out there.
Also, I don't know. People seem like they're targeting targets. Like I've seen a guy riding a horse through a Target on social media.
Is it Target specific? Or is it just
that was a
Jesus Christ? Or is it just that they're kind of everywhere? So in other words, are they like, hey, go F with Target or find a store and F with it?
It seems like it's always a Target. Maybe they're everywhere, but it doesn't seem like they do it in Walmarts. It's always the Target. And I'm a Target guy. Stop doing that.
I feel like if I saw someone on a horse in Walmart, I would not even assume it's a prank.
Yeah, that's just
I would
guy.
just think I'm a Walmart, yeah.
The DoorDash driver, listen, you don't want to attack employees or a cop, but those are great wings, and even though they're just picking them up, great wings can do something to your brain.
I mean, initially, she was just going to grab the order. Yeah. And not that anyone deserves what she did, but she did not get physical, and they're like, hey, man, you can't be here, which they are in the right to say. But had they not said anything, she just would have disappeared.
But so I just disagree who sucks the most. The kids suck the most because of that leaf blower inside a food establishment.
Yeah.
But I'll go with you. I think that naked guy is just so pissed off. And also,
I get it. I absolutely get it.
In his defense, the people who own that home, you have to see that thing flashing.
Maybe the room's on the other side or something, like their bedroom. I don't know. I mean, they just said it's a malfunctioning motion light. But how do you know a motion light's malfunctioning and there's not something?
Was on your side of the bedroom.
Right, yeah.
Something. Debate continues on Who Sucks Less. If you like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. All right, kind of at 5:08, we'll drink and toast for the shot of the day. You are listening to the Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, kind of at 5:08, we'll drink and toast for the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. According to a new report, individuals bear at least 80% of the responsibility for their ill health in old age.
Yeah, one, they're stupid enough to live that long.
Yeah.
Well, nobody else is force-feeding you junk food.
Right. Alcohol, smokes, whatever it is you're doing. But the flip side is you're also old, and biologically your body breaks down anyway.
Exactly.
Right? Even healthy people that are old are not as healthy as they were when they were younger.
Right. Attention cat lovers, multiple experiments show that cats have a strong preference to silver vine over catnip.
What's silver vine?
I've never heard of silver vine either.
No. That study brought to you by a cat.
Yeah, right.
I know you've never heard of this man, but
What
I'm
about
telling
the people
you.
who make silver vine?
We like silver vine.
Man, certain cats get high in catnip, some don't. My old cat, when I was in Baltimore, someone gave me some catnip. They're like, dude, give it to your cat. Gave it to the cat. The cat seemed pretty cool, and then I realized, because cats are very still for a long time.
Sure.
And I realized my cat was staring out the sliding glass door, but he was kind of sitting up on his back two legs with his two front legs hanging. And I'm like, brother is stoned. And I threw a paper ball at him. He did not move his head. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to let you be high, man.
I've seen my friend's cat. Like, we put some out, and he was, like, rubbing in it and this and that. And then finally I looked down, and he was so spaced out. I was like, this sounds bad, but I was like, I want to be as high as your cat.
You do, man.
I mean, he was, like, blissed out.
And, right, there's a peaceful cat. Just think about that. Like, just chill.
And silver vine's actually a plant.
All right.
It is. I just looked it up.
Yeah, it's a different kind of plant.
Is it, like, available at Petco or something?
Yeah, they've got... This one's called Meowijuana.
Jesus Christ.
Meowijuana King size silver vine cat sticks.
I found a picture, and there's like a cat. He looks like he's like strung out. He's just like laying on his side with a silver vine plant.
Like, I'm debating getting some for my cat, Rainbow Janet. But the thing is, she always seems high.
All right.
That cat does nothing. So I'm wondering if I'd even notice. Well, seriously, I would not know like if she's high.
She's going to lay broadside.
Or if she's being her. Because she does nothing all day.
New research puts the hard exercise, quote, sweet spot at 560 minutes weekly of activity.
That's a lot more than they initially said.
They said 150 a week, so that went up by 5 times.
560?
Anything is better than nothing.
Of course.
So they took that number to a realistic level of being healthy.
Right. Now, 560 minutes a week, y'all. Get out there and get friggin' moving.
Which means you need to do an hour a day.
Absolutely.
45 minutes a day.
Or accept the fact that you're going to die young.
That's right. That's honestly, that's why I stick with the 10,000 steps a day. It is the easiest thing that you can do, and it's crazy effective.
Is it like, what do you get out of it? Because you do it every day. You're very religious about it. I'll give you that. But like, what have you felt that's different?
I move a lot easier. I'm more active, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
After I started doing that and started making that accomplishment every day, kind of like making your bed every morning, you accomplish something every day. So as soon as I started doing that, like that all of a sudden just became what I do throughout the day. Like, we did the challenge last year. Now, technically we did it, but it wasn't my pedometer screwed
But now
up
it's not a challenge.
on a few of them. Right.
It's what you do.
Right. And so now it's just kind of ingrained. So it kind of laid a foundation that no matter what I do, at least I've done this much. And then you start pushing yourself. Then all of a sudden it just turns into different kinds of workouts. It kind of slowly starts that ball rolling. I think there's too many people that want to get healthier and they want to exercise and they just dive straight into it. I'm going to get a gym membership. I'm going to buy $500 worth of exercise equipment and clothes, and I'm just going to dive into it. And then 3 days later they're burned out. So this kind of lays a foundation for like, oh, we can ease into it.
Well, it's a habit forming thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, I did that with cigarettes.
Yeah.
Then started smoking weed. You graduate on it.
Absolutely. But you didn't start smoking a pack a day.
I did not, no.
Right. Because you would have
Thank
quit.
you, Mike, for that encouragement. hey, buddy, you didn't start smoking a pack.
Now you can really do it.
Now I can get through a pack, no problem.
You built up to it.
That's my 10,000 steps.
Finish that last cigarette in the pack, cross the finish line, open up another pack. Keep it going.
Let's see how far we can go.
Chain smoke them.
Get the whole carton. Put your thinking caps on, Jen. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. Ted Smith is currently on a 2-day streak looking for 3. I still give him a 90% chance of success on this one.
No pressure.
Okay.
And it is an adjective brought to you by the letter C. All right? Brought to you by the letter C. And it describes somebody that is politely pleasant and friendly.
Oh, come on.
Cordial. Bam! 3.
See, I was going to say courteous.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you'd have been wrong.
You'd have been wrong,
I know.
Dan Montgomery.
I know.
You don't have Ted's brain, man.
3 in a row.
Accept it.
It's also an after-dinner drink.
It is.
It is.
A cordial.
Digestif. Got a bottle of it up in my liquor cabinet. Still haven't touched it.
Oh, a little sherry?
Why don't you be cordial? How do you keep liquor in your house and not touch it? That's amazing to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I have no self-control.
Ted, what is it that all the bartenders drink? Is it Fernet?
Fernet. Yeah.
Why?
Bartenders just, for some reason, drink certain stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, it is a digestif, so you should drink it after a meal, kind of like Jaeger was. But
Is that the thing in the little bottle?
Drinking a bottle of Jaeger every night before I go to bed.
Technically, Jaeger's a digestif.
It
We just don't
is.
treat it that way.
But I don't know. Like, bartenders love it. I don't mind it. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But same thing with Rumplemints. Like, outside of me, the only people I know that will drink some of it are bartenders.
Huh.
You really want to get fancy, Miles? Order some Jepson's Malort.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard Malort tastes like ass.
Well, that's the stuff from Chicago, right?
I think so. It's absolutely terrible.
It is awful.
What does it taste like?
I don't know how to describe. I just know, like even if somebody ordered me that as a joke, I'd be like, pass.
Well, I've had it one time.
Did you?
They did it at Petoskey's when they were open since the fire. But me, man, I'm just like, I can tolerate any shot. I just throw it back. So I'm like, you know what? It wasn't as bad as like Mellow Corn or Southern Comfort.
Mellow Corn. Southern Comfort's nasty.
Well, the one
My brother-in-law
the
got
worst
into
one is
that, dude.
Yukon Jack.
See, and I would stomach Yukon Jack over Southern Comfort.
Here's my thing. You could have Southern Comfort and Yukon Jack, and I hate both. But if they're in my house, I would drink both in 3 days. And this was terrible.
Steve and I drank an entire bottle of Ouzo in 2 days.
Oh my God.
It was awful.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, and we hated
We
it.
powered
but
through it.
We were broke, so the deal we had with each other, every time we bought liquor, honest to God, it's like you find change in the car, under your sofa. So we just said, look, before we invest in a new bottle, we got to finish the one we have. That was absolutely the case. So while we hated to do so we would drink like 4 shots. It's like, oh my God, this is terrible.
We would buy 240s by slipping change across the counter and counting it as we did it.
God.
I mean, it was a bad look.
Didn't we have a bottle of Sambuca that you guys suffered your way through? Isn't that what that was?
If it's in here and it's got alcohol in it,
we're going to drink.
We will drink it.
I mean, we're not role models. We're just saying, but that's kind of a rule.
You do have a line.
We do have a bottle in here. It's mead. Okay.
That has not even been opened.
The only reason we don't open it is because we don't have a corkscrew.
Yeah, we got bottle openers.
But you guys do have a limit because you guys were approached by somebody who was very angry that there were bottles of liquor in this office, and you said, how dare you suggest that we ever had that? Because I wouldn't drink that S.
Well, that was different. That was some fruity ass.
But if we had it, we would have drank it.
Right.
Just understand that was a set.
That's okay. Yeah, we were like
we're not
hours.
We're not picking that. So whoever picked that and decided to drink it, that's on them.
That's on them.
I still every time throw those. How do you have bottles in your house and not drink it? Like, I don't know. Like, don't you want it? Sometimes somebody comes over, like you want a shot. You're just like, I'm out.
Yeah, but I mean, I also want a shot when they're not there. That's all.
It's like you go into Liverpool. You won't do it without friends there.
Yeah. Okay. That's your liquor bottle, all right?
Your litmus test is, do I have friends in this area? If not, I'm not traveling there.
You're right. And generally, I don't do a shot at home unless somebody else is there with me.
Exactly.
I do, man.
My wife just hits me. That's why.
Your lady friend hit you?
Yeah.
Lady of the night?
Lady of the night.
God got it. That's what it was. Lady of the night. Y'all met her. She violent. 1 in 16.
She is. She hit me once.
Your mouth off. 1 in 16 kids' doctor's visits now includes an anxiety diagnosis.
Really?
Shocking. They've got it. Guess what? Everybody's got it.
I think we probably did too. They just didn't think to look.
Yeah,
kids
right?
are anxious. They're not stupid.
Correct.
You know, and with all the news going on, I mean, they have access to it.
Don't just diagnose it. Teach them how to get through
Well,
it.
there's one thing to have anxiety. There's another thing to have a panic or an anxiety attack.
Correct.
So,
Right. Work through your anxiety, work through your attacks, and go about your life.
But my daughter, she had a thing a couple of days ago. She's like, man, what does my future hold, essentially? And I'm like, well, who knows, man? It's yours to create. And she's like, well, women aren't treated fairly. And I'm like, let me stop you right there. You never have been. Right. So if you can trailblaze and make something happen. But I'm like, this is not new to you. This is not something that has just happened. That is the case.
My old man passes a story down of when his dad, my grandfather, all of a sudden he suffered a medical episode. He didn't know what was going on, tightness in his chest, and he ran into the doctor's office, and he got an appointment, sat down, went through all the tests and whatnot, and they said, Mike, you've got anxiety. He was like, all right, cool, whatever I need to, is there a prescription for it or whatnot? He's like, no, you just have this. You just need to live with this now. Like, oh, okay. What about your life? Let's see here. We've been talking about sleep all day, but have you guys ever really taken time to analyze your dreams?
Sometimes.
The Men's Top 10.
I took it upon myself to find the 10 most common nightmares and what they mean.
Ooh, okay.
It's weird as I've not had too many of these. There's one that's high up on the list that everybody says that they've had. I have never had this one, so I'm interested to see if you guys have. Bottom of the list, they go with the out-of-control vehicle, brake failure, stuff like that.
Never.
Nope. So if you've ever had that nightmare, it points to a perceived lack of direction or inability to steer your life's path. It can be triggered by outside influences forcing you into a situation that you did not choose.
All right. I wonder what you dreamed about with the same thought process before the automobile. Are you on a runaway horse?
Yeah, probably.
Is there a stampede chasing
carriage and wagon that's gone loose?
I've had a dream where I got rear-ended.
Hey, that was not a dream, Ted.
Let's see here. Death or illness of a loved one. Yeah. Frequently literal, reflecting a conscious fear or anxiety about losing somebody that you care about. It can also represent a life transition, signifying that your relationship with that person or your life stage is changing.
I've never had that dream. I did, and this is crazy. My parents were in Virginia to visit my grandfather, who was not doing well. He was in the hospital. Anyway, I'm home alone. I have a dream that my grandfather walked into my bedroom where I'm sleeping, sat at the foot of my bed, and put his hand on my leg.
All right.
Right? Just looked at me. That was it. I woke up because the phone rang, and my mother told me your grandfather just died. And that was one of the, and who knows, but I was like, it was just so profound. And I didn't tell her. I told her a little bit later. I didn't tell her at the time. It was her dad, right?
Yeah.
But seriously, I had the dream. He walked in my bedroom, just kind of shook his head, put his hand on my leg, very comforting. Phone rang. I wake up, and she's like, "Your grandfather's dead." In my brain, I'm like, I know.
Dude, I had
That's
one
a little
like
too
that.
coincidental, man.
Yeah. I had a dream that my Uncle Phil died. Then when I woke up, he was fine.
What a bummer.
He made it.
My barber, Phil Mantudo, had passed away.
Oh.
So it was a Phil.
Still a Phil.
Yeah.
That's the promo, by the way.
He was still alive.
And he was alive.
You didn't like hoping.
But a Phil did die that I knew. It just wasn't my Uncle Phil.
You didn't like hope in her soul?
I do, Miles. That'll be on the previously.
Oh, okay. That was a winner.
Got it. The most frequently reported nightmares and their common interpretations: failing a test or a task. That indicates a fear of inadequacy or a fear of failure. It often happens when you put high pressure on yourself to succeed or when you feel scrutinized by others.
I've never had that, but I think all of us in the studio have had this one dream, which is when you first start in radio.
Oh, God.
You have dreams multiple times over the course of like the first month that you've effed everything up at the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
This was like twice a week. I'd wake up to this like, oh my God. And I remember you saying something about it, Mike, like, dude, I would have a dream. Like I took the radio station off. Like, but this is the only job where I've ever had a dream like that.
Yeah. Everybody has the dump button nightmare. That's the one that I have not had. I've not had that one, but I have had several where I've been listening and, I'm at home and the show's going on. I'm like, oh, God, I have to run the show. I can't get there. And I hear things just crashing. Like, I hear the train wreck going on and I panic. Yeah. A house burning down or a natural disaster, as long as we're on that tip,
Never had that one.
symbolizes emotional overload. It often occurs when you feel overwhelmed by stress, repressed anger, or situations that are completely out of your hands.
Oh, like the weather.
There you go. Haven't had that one. I guess I try not to worry about things that I can't control.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I control as much as I can, but at the same time, I tend to have a decently okay time just gonna be what it's gonna be. Is what it is. Kind of a situation.
I don't know. I think I worry more about the things I can control because I can.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
Exactly. The 10 most common nightmares and what they mean: missing an important event or being late.
Yep. Yeah. Guilty.
Yep.
Tied directly to performance anxiety, Miles.
And you can't get there.
No.
No matter what you do.
But mine's not the job, it's the bedroom, No, but I mean, but
for real though.
But no, it's not that. It's getting to work on time because look, no matter what, we have to be on the air at 2:00.
Sure.
Right. You can't be late.
No.
You
can't.
That's just the way. So my dreams are
time-sensitive job.
I know where I need to be, but for some reason in my daily travels, I can't get to the place that I go every single day.
Correct.
For some reason, there's always a roadblock or there's something in my way. of getting there.
Yeah.
You ever had the one where you can't get to the bedroom?
I did.
That one sucks.
We mean sexually?
Yeah.
No.
You've never had that one?
No.
It's awful. You're sitting there at a party or something like that, and this good-looking woman comes over there, and it is go time. She is whispering in your ear, Miles, it is go time. Let's go. All right. You're on your way over there. And then Thrill comes over like, Miles, I need you over here for a quick second for a conversation. Like,
see, I had the opposite. There was a waitress at Chi-Chi's way back in my day. I wanted to bed her. And I had a dream that it's about to happen. In the dream, I am ready to go, and she is asking for it, and my alarm went off. Oh. And when I woke up, I was pissed. Like, I'll take dream sex.
Right.
I'll even take that.
Well, sometimes you're in a dream.
Yeah.
Sex dreams are the only time that I definitively know because it doesn't happen in real life. I tear that up. I'm like, I'm all in. I'm going after this. Like, there's going to be dirty stuff going on.
That's how he knows it's a dream. He's getting laid.
Yeah, because it's not real.
I'm going to do some weird things.
I can't believe she's with me. I'm tearing this up.
It's just, I feel like...
Before I wake up, let me do this.
Yeah, like that magical moment with a woman. I feel like I always wake up right before that.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Never can cross the finish line there.
Nope.
10 most common nightmares and what they mean: being trapped or lost. It suggests a feeling of being stuck in your waking life, rather. This could mean that you're trapped in an unfulfilling job, a difficult decision, or a mindset that you cannot escape easily.
I don't think I've ever had that dream.
Neither have I.
You ever died in a dream? Because if you die in your dream, you die for real. You don't. I've only died in a dream once, and I can't explain. It's kind of like a road warrior scenario.
Okay.
Right? And I'm on the back of one of these big trucks, and the bad guys are in their dune buggies and all that kind of crap. But I'm on the very back of the truck on the outside hanging on, and I remember like the dune buggies pulling up, and somehow I fell off the truck. The dune buggy ran over me, and you even heard me pop.
Oh!
And then I woke up, but honestly, I was like, I wasn't so bad. You know, I mean, I don't want to die in a dream.
Well, sure.
But I mean, you heard a, and that was me. I'm like,
I had one where I was driving an old school Army Jeep with like the front thing down.
Yeah.
And I stopped at like where a road split, and then a guy ran out with one of those axes on two sides.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And lopped my head off.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the road less traveled.
I can see the blood.
Some of the more common ones here: being naked in public.
No.
That doesn't bother me. Like if I'm naked in my dream, I'm naked in bed. Like I just don't care.
I've had that one. Reflects feelings of vulnerability, shame, or insecurity.
It depends if your hands are on your hips.
Typically surfaces when you feel exposed, underprepared, or afraid of being judged by others in real world setting. I've been in my underwear while taking a test before. I've been in my underwear coming through the offices here at work. I've been nude in a lot of different places.
Well, I realize I'm naked, but I'm like, I just don't care. Right. That's my, like in my dream, I'm like, I'm naked. I just don't care.
I do, Miles.
If I was at a preschool, I would care. That's what my dreams take me.
It is all about where you're at.
Exactly.
Right.
This is the one that I hear, but I've never had. Teeth falling out.
Never had, no.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so the teeth falling
It's
out
a money thing, right?
reflects a loss of power, confidence, or control. It can also point to a deep-seated fear of embarrassment, aging, or losing something of great value.
Mm-hmm. Like your teeth.
Like your teeth.
Yeah.
Falling.
Yeah,
like
always.
Everybody's at least had a falling dream at some point. Symbolizes a loss of control, whether it's in your career, your finances, a relationship. This nightmare points to anxiety that a situation is spiraling out of your hands.
Everything spirals out of my hands. I just don't care. I'm like, I just assume everything's going haywire.
See, my correlation is to real life.
Yeah.
So I have a horrible fear of heights. So I just assume that that's based on that, but apparently it's not.
Right, exactly. And then this is your last and final common nightmare and what it means, and I have this one frequently, being chased or attacked. It represents a fear of confrontation. It often means that you're actively avoiding a difficult problem, toxic relationship, or stressful situation in your waking life rather than facing it head on. Shut up.
When I was a kid, I used to have that a lot. As an adult, I'm
Not
very
so much.
confrontational even in my dreams, apparently.
F you!
Yeah, nothing's a problem.
Yeah, there you go. A man in California found multiple poops on his roof, and you won't believe what made him, Miles.
What was pooping on his roof?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve will throw a hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast King Charles the... Come on, Ted. Third. He is, in fact, King Charles the Third, King of England. Well, Chuck is in Northern Ireland for a 3-day visit. And early in his tour, he visited a food bank. And for whatever reason, he picked up a roll of toilet paper that was there, and he said, quote, very important. He's just cracking a little joke. Well, not long after that, as he was leaving that same food bank, surrounded by media and security, it seemed that the universe heard his toilet paper comment. Because a seagull dropped a massive, and I mean massive, poop on him. It actually splattered the people around him, including the media and security, and left King Charles with a huge white turd on the back of his jacket. I mean, if you see a picture of it, you know what it is. You can't believe how big it is. Chuck, by the way, he was cool about it and just said, look, it wasn't on my head.
It's good luck.
But he even made that quote. But basically, he's like, oh, toilet paper, very important. Walked outside, and they said this bird, like, unloaded. Just a massive, massive turd, splattered other people. Like, that's a good look. But to his credit, like I said, dead chill about it. Just, I'm still king. Kill that bird. So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bichola.
All right, just going to contestant now in line for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
If you've ever reached for a cheers when your favorite song comes on, you're ready to embrace the haze with Hazy Little Thing from Sierra Nevada. Hazy, citrusy, smooth, juicy but not sweet, hoppy but not bitter. America's best-selling hazy IPA for good reason. Hazy Little Thing. Enjoy responsibly.
PNC Bank brings you Call of the Wild Money Moves.
Shh. Listen.
Hey, guys.
That's the sound of a multi-level marketing pitch.
This is life-changing, you guys.
Sounds like she wants you to buy lots of essential oils.
They are so essential.
And then have all your friends buy essential oils.
Are you more of a geranium or lavender fan?
Don't look her in the eyes.
Guard against wild money moves with PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865.
Carpal tunnel syndrome. Heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Hi, I'm Steph, and I work at United Healthcare. When I think about United Healthcare's members, I think of my own family. My niece was diagnosed with an ultra-rare genetic disorder. I know how hard it is for families. At United Healthcare, we can make it easier.
I'm Brian. I care because I know what it's like to not speak the language. It's not easy. Health insurance is complicated. I would say our job is to make everything easy for our UHC members. I work for United Healthcare. I'm committed to care.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at Ring.com.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Steven Throwhooks, please tell everyone how Profile This is played.
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Adam. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. All right, Adam, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. You have your choice today of 3 categories. We offer you Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? Interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. And today, finally, we offer you Seriously, where usually you guess the petty conflict that led to violence. In this case, you're asking, did they seriously do what they did?
Normally I would go with interior decorating, but I want to try seriously today.
I am as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
All right, we go to England, where Mark Mortimer, he's been convicted of an act of outraging public decency following an incident that happened 2 years ago. However, after failing to appear in court for his sentencing, a warrant has been issued for his arrest. Now, Those running a local social club, they've spoken out about what he did when he turned up there on the evening of February 13th, 2024. So a spokeswoman for the club said, quote, he came in about 8:30 p.m., acted very bizarrely. He said some strange things. He asked if he could use the toilet. We said that he could, and he did. He was in there for 3 to 5 minutes. Now, then she said Mortimer, who had a dog with him, he was very blunt. He asked for a drink, but he also admitted he didn't have the money to pay for it. He also claimed to have a bomb in his pocket, although club officials saw for themselves that it was just a large silver metal ball. So the spokeswoman said the staff pretended that the club was closing because his behavior was so strange, and they just wanted to see him leave. But they were amazed when he went outside and defecated on the wall of the club before wiping his bottom with something that he took out of a bag that he had with him. Spokeswoman, she said, I've never seen anything so disgusting in all my life. You don't expect anyone to do something so disgusting. Now, she added that the outrageous act left her both annoyed and stunned. Well, police quickly caught up with him close to the club. They arrested him. So anyway, he pleaded guilty to outrage in the public, but again, didn't show up for his sentencing. And that is why they have now put out a warrant for his arrest. Now, the question I have for you is, what did he wipe his backside with? So again, he left the club, he poops on the wall, pulls something out of a bag, and then cleans himself up. Was it a kitten? Was it a sandal? Was it a pair of underwear, or was it a sandwich? So kitten, sandal, underwear, or sandwich, what did he wipe his ass with?
Oh, my goodness. I wasn't prepared for this today.
Yeah.
He was at a social club.
He went to a social club that he was not a part of, right? He used the restroom there, as far as they know. They eventually got him out of there, and once he left, he pooped on their wall and then wiped his ass with something in a bag that he had.
I'm just hoping and praying it wasn't a kitten. So I'm thinking he did it with a sandwich.
Sandwich. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. What do you guys think?
I'm with you. Maybe the sandwich went from a brown bag and brown again.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was, just using the express route to get it from one end to the other.
I'm going kitten.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That would be awesome, Ted.
Yeah. I mean,
it's funny. Awesome funny.
Yeah, it happened years ago. Yeah. So, what did he wipe with? A kitten, a sandal, a pair of underwear, or a sandwich? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room. Category is seriously on profile this. We got a man over in the UK who, I guess he was convicted after an incident at a local social club.
Yeah.
He was acting bizarrely.
Yeah.
Said he had a bomb in his pocket. They tried to act like they were shutting the club down, so the guy would just leave. He did eventually leave. He went outside and pooped on the wall of the club. Question is, what did he use to clean up himself after said act? Was it a kitten, a sandal, a pair of underwear, or a sandwich?
And Adam, that is a question we posed to you. I just want to say there's a debate going on YouTube. A lot of people want it to be a kitten. Other people are desperately hoping that it was not a kitten. Miles Montgomery, you went with a kitten. Ted, you said that'd be awesome. Bad news. It was not a kitten.
I'm glad it's not right.
He did not wipe his ass on a kitten.
Somebody has.
The best up part is you thought about that as an option.
I absolutely did because it brought me great amusement. It really did. I'm sorry.
You know this cat's name.
But Adam, you agree with D. Ted Smith. Both of you guys went with the sandwich.
Yeah.
And you are correct,
Oh,
sir.
man.
I don't know.
You know my question.
I don't know. And look,
Schnitzel.
I wanted to know what kind of sandwich it was. It was not revealed, but the lady that they interviewed, I killed a lot of her quotes. She was so disgusted, not that he pooped on the wall of her club, but that he reached in his bag, pulled out a sandwich, and cleaned his backside. Apparently, she lost her mind with that.
Hope it was tuna fish.
God
But
damn
it's
it.
England. It's got to be something weird.
He wiped his ass on the sandwich.
Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got Seth Meyers, the Jimmys,
Fallon and Kimmel,
Colbert,
Steven,
Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late?
not.
It is right there. The title. These guys have teams of talents from writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine. Is this an actual late night joke and from whom? Or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Actress Minley Catlin is still not telling people who the father of her children are while continuing to talk about her very close relationship with former ex and co-star BJ Novak. Honest question. Did these two even realize the show was over?
Valid. Smith. Yeah, it was too deep for me.
Yeah, they were
Because they were
lovers
on
on the show.
off again on the show,
okay.
on The Office.
But then they're tight in real life.
They're super tight. They used to date. She will never say who the father is, but they're always like, we are very close. Like, Jesus Christ.
I see.
I don't know. It annoys me. Firefighters in Utah had to rescue 25 million bees that were stuck in a broken down semi-truck. On the bright side, now their lips look amazing.
Seth. Fallon.
Firefighters in Utah had to rescue 25 million bees that were stuck in a broken down semi-truck. Yeah, on the bright side, now their lips look amazing.
Amazon just announced that Alexa can now produce full AI podcasts for you with fake hosts. Because if there's one thing this world doesn't have enough of, it's podcasts.
I'll go Fallon again.
That's Fallon.
Amazon just announced that Alexa can now produce full AI podcasts with fake hosts. Because if there's one thing this world doesn't have enough of, it's podcasts.
Brand new episode of the podcast out today, by the way. So check that out. Pretty interesting one. For a while, we did an audio podcast where we looked at lightning.
Okay.
It'll make sense if you listen to it.
Okay.
Cobb lives in Austin. He lives in a giant tower. There was a giant storm. So we were like, spin around your Zoom screen.
Oh, nice.
And then they were like, this would be cooler if we actually put out the video. That's just three dudes talking about lightning. They can't
Yeah,
see.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Blasting and busting. All right. This is an interesting one. Did anybody have any family members, like grandparents or whatever, like you went to their house and they had couches in plastic?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You had a whole living room, a formal living room that you kids were not allowed in.
We were allowed in it because they were covered in plastic.
Yeah.
It was never comfortable, but there
was a gate up in my grandparents' house. Gates. There's no children that live there. They're the gates, like the kind that extend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I had friends that had that. Our house wasn't big enough to have, a room that we couldn't go in.
Mm-hmm.
You just had a living room and a kitchen.
Like all the little trinkets they buy at, like the Hallmark stores are in there.
Was it those little glass animal
all
things?
kinds of dumb crap.
Yeah. That terrible candy. It's all chalky.
Butterscotch.
Yeah, it's like one big piece.
No,
that
we
you
had the
pull out.
butterscotch. It's not. I know the ones you're talking about.
Well, somebody shared a photo online of their TV remote, basically wrapped in plastic. Commented, brand new TV. This is how my wife insists we have the remote to keep it looking good. We're not allowed to peel off the protective film from the screen for the same reason. So then a lot of people kind of looked at this post and were like, it's not preserving its value or anything.
No.
The TV isn't going to be any more valuable now that you've done this. Somebody said, keep it looking good for who? Do you have special guests where you bust out the nice china and take remotes out of their packaging?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds like a germaphobe thing.
But the germs are on top
still
of it.
there.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, I have my last button on my remote.
All right.
You can barely see the letters, right? Because
you use it most.
Right, especially if you're watching sports,
Sure.
multiple. You got to hit that last button and get back quick.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you have young children, like with their hands in food or however they do things.
There's evidence that children live in my home when I grab the remote, but you just kind of.
I still do the thing where I've got the app on my phone where I just use that a lot.
Well, for the TV?
Remote. Just do that. And it's also fun because you can change the channel in bars. They don't know what's going on.
I find that amazing. As much as you talk about hating your phone, but then you use it for a remote.
I'll put it on my coffee table.
Yeah, it just seems crazy.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I just don't see the point in keeping your remote in plastic. I mean, honestly, like
you said, it does not retain any value. This is not going to be a collector's item. It's just a frickin' remote for your TV.
Yeah, and I don't know what they're working with. Xfinity's pretty nice. If you need a new remote, they'll send you one. You can go pick up one.
They got no problem with that, man.
I mean, I bet I have 2 or 3 new remotes inside my coffee table.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, I just can't give up my old remote.
Really? You're attached to it?
It feels good in the hand.
Okay.
It's been through the wars. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll retire him now. Finally saw Arsenal win the league. You could go off into the sunset remote. Let's see. Talk a little sports here. Nashville will be the host of the Super Bowl in 2030. Nashville, to their credit, they've done a great job turning it into a tourist destination. I did hear somebody say that they were from Nashville. They're like, I hate it now. It's trying to be L.A.
I get if you live there and that's where you're from, I can see it being annoying.
Right, and look, the Broadway, Mike, you've been down there. Like, I don't think all of Nashville is like party. It's mainly just the one main street, right?
It is.
Yeah,
Broadway.
it's just Broadway, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's still plenty to see around there. You know, there's the Jack Daniel's Distillery, there's the old Grand Ole Opry.
But I think it's just the point.
Dollywood.
There's so many more tourists are there. It affects traffic, hotel rate, you name it, right? So, like, New Yorkers don't go to Times Square.
But it is the East Coast destination. I mean, other than New York City.
Right.
Used to be Atlantic City where you go and gamble. I mean, the only thing that Nashville really... Did they have any casinos?
I don't believe so.
So maybe the only thing they're missing is gambling.
Yeah, and Nashville, look. Now, with that said, I really want to go to Nashville, right? My buddy runs a giant hot dog empire down there. Shout out to Daddy's Dogs.
You've told us about that, yeah.
Yeah, man, he's like a little celebrity down there. Golden Tate said that to me. He lives down there.
Okay.
But Nashville also became almost like the de facto bachelorette party destination.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. We do live on the West Coast. That's a bit of a trip to get down there. But, I mean, you're right. Nashville's done a great job. I was going to say, they had the draft there in 2019. And basically, they said Lower Broadway turned into a giant party. Hundreds of thousands of people packed downtown. So ideally, if you had the Super Bowl there, you'd get a lot of people there. It's also, like they said, it'd be a huge boost for hotels, bars.
You could also be walking around in 15-degree weather.
That's the thing.
Tennessee in February is not warm.
No, it's in the Blue Ridge Mountains, the Smokies.
Correct.
I mean, the Appalachian string through there. One side is the Blue Ridge, the other side is the Smokies.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've been to Scottsdale in February. Plenty warm.
It's Arizona. Understood. But
yeah, Super Bowl's there.
Right. And hell, I mean, I've been to Austin in February. Even that was a little chilly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, Austin stays pretty warm, but there is like a couple, like January, February, like even I was like, oh, I got to put on a jacket.
Well, that's what we were wondering. First time we read that, we're like, hey, this is again like when the Seahawks went to New York. Now, granted, it worked out.
But the difference is it's New York City. I'm just saying, if I'm going to Nashville, I don't want to go in the winter, right? Because it is one kind of specific area that would be entertaining to a tourist. Or New York City, no matter where you go, you'll be entertained or terrified.
Mike, where is the stadium in proximity to the city?
So,
is it walkable?
For me, yeah. For others, probably not.
Okay.
There's a bridge that you got to cross. There's a river that kind of separates two parts of Nashville. So Broadway's on one side and the stadium's on the other.
Okay.
I was going to say, that's got to be a good walk.
Oh, yeah, that's
well, I just wondered, like with New Orleans, you just slide right into the.
Yeah, you just walk up the
You're
street.
at Bourbon Street. Next thing you know, you've opened the door and you're in the Superdome.
Let me do a little.
So, like, how? Because I think that plays a lot into as far as just getting around. Because the Grand Ole Opry is nowhere near downtown.
But they do it in Dallas, right? And the only thing around the Cowboy Stadium is the parking lot, and there's nothing.
But didn't Jerry build that like Arlington World or whatever down there with all the bars and all the crap?
He did, but I don't think it's walkable, though. I mean, like, look, to me, I prefer that wherever the Super Bowl is going to be, or Super Bowl or not, that's what I like about Seattle. That's what I like about Baltimore.
Seattle does a great job, right?
You can go downtown, you can have a good time. You can be at the bar, you can just do your thing, and then when it's time to go to the game, you just literally walk there.
And even if you're in other parts of Seattle, like walking from Belltown down to the stadium, that is not a long walk. You could do it.
Ted, thank you. You did a great job. We have a pair of
that's right.
spots for you to be a part of the Miles Montgomery Golf Classic presented by Pinky's Plumbing. Here's what we are doing.
I forgot about that.
You submit a Ted versus the FCC to the men's room at KISW.com. We have 2 double spots available, so 2 pairings available.
Two
so
twosomes.
if you can beat Ted in Ted versus the FCC, you will join us for the tournament on Monday, June the 8th. Ted, pick one of these 2. You're going to take that one. Okay. That one comes our way from Eric.
You are not happy. You do not like this.
There's just a lot of pressure, man. This guy might really want to golf.
Impromptu Ted versus the FCC. No hype, no circumstance. You know the rules. 1 time through, 3 times fast. If you lose, Eric will be a part of the tournament with 1 additional player. It goes something like this. Sailors on ships, short on seats, sit in shifts. Sailors on ships, short on sails, slit sheets. Sailors shift, sit, and sheet slit on shorted ships. The way we do Ted
See you
versus the
there,
FCC is one time through, then 3 times fast.
Calling a cat. Sailors on ships, short on seats, sit in shifts. Sailors on ships, short on sails, slit sheets. Sailor shift, sit, and sheet slit on shorted ships.
3 times fast.
Sailors on ships, short on seats, sit in ships. Sailors on ships.
Oh, Eric, you're going to the tournament.
God damn it.
Eric, you're going to the tournament. There you go. We thought this might play on for like days.
Eric knows how to send in an FCC.
But I need that back, so we got to email Eric there and tell him that he is a part of the Miles Montgomery Golf Classic.
Congratulations,
Redmond Ridge, believe it or not, if you want to sign up as a single, I think we have a twosome available and a single or 2 available.
All right.
Those tickets are at KISW.com.
I think it's 1 single and 1 twosome.
Okay. In the meantime, if you
Eric
want to
just
try,
posted on YouTube golfing.
yes, you are.
There you go, Eric.
But submit your Ted versus the FCC to the men's room at KISW.com.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. California man finally figures out how piles of poop got on top of his roof. Meanwhile, a man sets off fireworks in a Walmart, and $10,000 in jewelry goes poof. To Mexico for a new Guinness World Record in guac. Indiana man arrested after dancing with an endangered turtle while smoking rock. And a man tests out the Wade mode feature on a cyber truck. It does not go well, and it's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
And it's up, sir. We go to California where a mystery has been solved. While going about his business one day, a local man looked at his guest house to find several lumps adorning the roof. Upon further inspection, it was discovered that what was left on his roof were several deposits of feces that were not from any kind of bird. These were lumps. These were logs that were left behind. He sat
Superman.
Yeah, he sat confused for a moment as he tried to figure out what in tarnation could have left them behind, only to be greeted by the mysterious beast moments later, a mountain lion that was staring at him from around a corner. The man was able to retreat back to his house without further incident from the cat. Local authorities warned residents that while they're not common, mountain lion encounters are not unheard of in the area.
Yeah, the mountain lion was embarrassed.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't make it weird, man.
Hey, man, I
pooped on the roof. All right, don't make it weird.
I tried to bury it.
I mean,
it's got no sand up there, man.
That would just irritate me.
Right?
Like, I know you're a mountain lion.
And you have the jumps.
And we will fight.
Yeah.
But, bro, don't poop. Do something normal like attack my dog.
Right.
Don't poop on my roof.
That also seems like he's just kind of like, what are you going to do about it, dude?
Right?
I pooped on the roof. What?
Yeah.
What?
I'm a mountain lion.
Come at me.
Yeah, seriously, like bring it.
Say it with your chest.
Talk about the
Say hello to my mother.
I do like the mountain lions just staring at him. I'll stare you down while I poop on your roof.
What you gonna do? I'm doing it right now, eye to eye, bro.
I have the high ground.
And claws.
In other news, let's go to Maryland for a rather clever operation that was carried out. Surveillance footage from a local Walmart showed a masked individual enter the store and quickly loaded a grocery cart with several boxes of fireworks. He then ventured out over to the camping section of the store to grab cans of fuel, which he then used to douse the fireworks and ignite them in the kids' clothing section.
Come on.
Upon their consistent explosion, staff fled the store, giving our man the perfect opportunity to smash his way into a jewelry counter to steal nearly $10,000 worth of goods. The store has suffered millions of dollars in damages, but our boy was apprehended and now faces several charges.
I know people steal jewelry and all that kind of thing, and I'm not particularly savvy in the criminal world, but like, now what? If you said, dude, you have $10 million in diamonds, I go, cool. I don't know what to do with these.
Fence them.
But to who? You know what I mean? I don't have the connections. Because they're right. Like, you can sell them, make a lot of money, but sell them to who? I don't have the people that are going to buy hot diamonds.
Exactly.
Like, to me, you need to have it's like stealing art, right? So break into the Louvre, do all this stuff, and it's like, right. But in my mind, you need to have a buyer before you do something like that. Otherwise, what do I have the Mona Lisa. People go, I'm not touching it.
Right. This happened in Elkton, Maryland.
Yep, know where that is.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Does that make sense, that pencil?
It does.
Yeah, it's a
It's
nice
got money.
area.
Yeah.
It makes sense. There's yeah, I mean, I just figure if you have that high value and out, like, there's people buying that stuff.
He's from
Gotta
South,
be.
He's from South Jersey, too. Not even from
Oh, hey, it's from a girlfriend.
He probably says he's from Philly.
Look at the fireworks. Boom. Interesting story out of Indiana as police got a call about a man blocking traffic. Local conservation officers sounded the alarm after they found a man, quote, dancing along the street while holding an eastern box turtle. The reptiles are listed as vulnerable and are illegal to collect from the wild, so he was arrested. Upon searching him, officers somehow found methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia in his possession.
He was high?
He was high. He's now facing multiple charges. Look at my turtle.
I like turtles.
What if it's the same guy?
It was bound to happen.
All right.
Come on, man.
The writing was on the wall.
Do better than that, man.
Better than meth and dancing with a turtle in the road.
I'm just saying. If you're going to do meth, don't call attention to it.
Well, yeah.
Just pull your sleeves off like everyone else.
What was the Vanilla Ice song, Ted? From the Mutant Ninja Turtle movie?
Go, Ninja, go, Ninja, go.
Oh, no.
That was the chorus.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah. They're ninjas.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
I've been telling me that for 40 years. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Like, come on, Vanilla Ice would never do that.
No.
The man born a poor black man.
That was his quote.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
He and Navin Johnson.
Right.
You got to watch The Jerk.
I do.
You're going to love it.
I know the bit.
I get it. I have no idea.
But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to Mexico, where something was broken at a local festival. A world record.
Oh, nice setup.
Thank you. I was proud of that one. The 13th annual Avocado Festival was recently held in the...
Who goes to that? I mean,
I would.
Really? It's going to be a party.
It's going to be a party.
Especially if this is going on, man. So here it was. The plan was to put in action to challenge the Guinness Book of World Records' largest bowl of guacamole.
All right.
It took more than 1,000 local growers and residents working in tandem just under 2.5 hours to mix the concoction together, but they managed to beat the previous record by 4,000 pounds.
Wow.
They beat it by 4,000 pounds with a whopping total of 14,991 pounds of guacamole.
Congratulations.
Yeah. The president of the Association of Avocado Exporting Producers and Packers of Mexico said that this moment belongs to the thousands of local families whose livelihoods are rooted in the avocado farms.
Oh, man, that's a big thing, avocado.
Isn't that a wild?
Guacamole.
That's a tank, dude.
Jesus.
Ain't enough Juanitas on the planet to take care of that.
I mean, that would Chipotle would be millionaires.
Yeah, they would. Yes, they would, sir. Let's see here. Avocado. Men's Room Sports got playoff basketball over on NBC, playoff hockey over on ESPN, and baseball over on MLB Network. After a bad loss last night, the Mariners hosted their last of three against the White Sox. Their last of three against the White Sox earlier this afternoon, and they pulled out the win 5-4 to take the series.
Right.
Well done, boys.
Very good.
They're on the road tomorrow as they make their way to Kansas City to take on the Royals for a weekend series starting on Friday. As far as your weather, should be a fairly clear evening with a low of 50 tonight. Tomorrow, they are predicting a lovely sunny day with a high of 74. That's it for your headlines with that. Mike Hawk is out.
Next time, head chef's got McDonald's coming in, bringing some of the new beverages they got.
Ooh la la.
And the game known as Big Dummy. Lovely Jolene up in just seconds.
Yes, indeed, it's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay noodle.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.